The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 350. That's right, 350, being recorded on April the 18th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez. This is the next Jesus Walks Lot. Today I'm joined by my friend. He's back from the West Coast, the best coast. You know, I haven't said that in a few weeks. It feels kind of good saying that again. From the West Coast, the best coast, GunnyChief and The MAYO is back. Welcome back, Henley. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be back, guys. It's great to be back.
Yes, it is great to have you back. I missed you.
Oh, I missed you guys too.
We missed you a little bit, but I mean, the community missed you, I guess. Maybe.
That's awesome. I saw all the great feedback. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
They missed you. They missed you, Gunny. I missed you, Gunny. And from Little Ohio, living next to people that are driving Lamborghini SUVs, The MAYO is back. Steve Willier. Welcome back, MAYO.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I got a new neighbor with a Lambo SUV.
And he's like 20 years old, right?
Yeah, that's what my son said. He talked to him, I guess.
He probably got that on like cryptocurrency or something. Like
he must have.
Yeah. Did he cash in his Dogecoin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did he make $1 billion off of Dogecoin?
But it's like, who buys a $200,000 SUV? Like, if you gotta buy a Lamborghini, buy a Lamborghini.
Does he have like a family, or is it just him by himself?
My son just said he was just a young guy in his 20s. So
if it was just me, but like right now, right? If I was like, if I had $200,000 to blow, all right, first I'm gonna spend it on hookers and blow in Vegas. But if I wanted to buy a car, okay, Gunny, I wanted to buy a car. I'm buying myself like a nice 2-door coupe. It's gonna get all the chicks when I drive down the street. Yeah.
Like what? Like, for example, what brand?
Fucking motherfucking. Okay, how much money are we talking? 200,000.
Honda.
We're talking 200,000. Well, no. So you said a nice 2-door
on the back of it. He's buying a Honda with a big wing on the back and flames.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking regular Lambo, right? 2-door.
Yeah,
Lambo.
I'm buying like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something. If I had that much money to spend, why not?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A nice Corvette.
It was so funny too because it's sitting out and it's not been sitting in the garage, right? He has it sitting out in the parking lot. On his right side, he was sitting right beside this 2-door Jeep, right? You know, just probably a $30,000 2-door Jeep. Yeah. And on his left side is like a 2005 Ford Focus. You know,
oh man!
Wait a minute,
$230,000 car sitting right between the two of them.
And this guy doesn't have like a garage to put it in.
I was wondering too. I'm like, does he not have a garage? I mean, but this is the first time I've seen it out, and then tonight it's not out. So,
is it like?
So maybe he just didn't have room in his garage because he just moving in. He had stuff piled in the garage. I don't know, but yeah, it was sitting out the last couple of nights.
Sounds interesting.
Pretty wild looking vehicle.
You think most of those cars are probably those cars are mostly kept in garages. Let's be real.
Yeah, we looked it up. It's a 2021. By the body style, it changed a little bit. And it's like 650 horsepower, $220,000, something like that. That's the base price.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, we know where you live, Mayo. I mean, we get it. Like, you know, you can gloat all you want, but he probably has 2 butlers or 3.
Yeah, he probably has 2 butlers.
Bastard probably has a butler's butler. Yeah, his butler probably says,
maid, butler.
Hey, go get that for me, and then he like has a middleman basically. Yeah. I don't know. It's nuts. It's interesting.
His butler has a butler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He has his own food truck.
Right, yeah, he has his own truck that comes to him.
All right, guys. All right, big news here. All right, let's move on here, okay?
Oh, and moving on
quickly. Got show number 350, okay?
Oh, big
350.
350. Let me give you this the meaning of 350, Mayo. Okay?
Oh, there's got to be some important meanings in 350.
Very important meaning. It is a blend of energies. The number 350 symbolizes making important life changes and choices to better your life. It symbolizes the change of phases and cycles in life, Gunny. and the beginning of a new phase and new cycle. Gunny, okay?
I want to know who the fuck wrote this, and then they did not. Excuse me. Did they not know about COVID-19? What the fuck? It's like.
This is the beginning of a new phase in a cycle, Gunny. Okay.
Well, I hope so, especially for 2021.
New cycle, episode 350. All right. A new phase where Gunny's gonna be here every week.
Starting on this episode.
New cycles. All right, we got it. I mean, I don't know. That's the meaning of 350. Is what I'm getting here.
I'm getting a cycle in new life. Okay. I'm positive vibes only on this podcast.
Oh, hashtag positive vibes only. Episode 350.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so this number symbolizes making important life changes, listener. If you're listening.
Life changes.
And these choices need to better your life. So yes. Yes.
Do it. Go ahead. Buy that new car. Buy that new Lambo.
Yes, spend
Mayo.
$250,000 on a SUV.
Not happening. How do you even get a loan for something like that?
You don't.
It's got to be leased, right? And I'm thinking with a lease,
don't.
like
I don't think you do. You just buy it. Yeah, I want to finance $250,000. Watch the bank laugh me out of the
Sir,
building.
how much money do you have in collateral that we can use against this fucking loan? If you don't have at least $1 million, they probably won't even look at you. They probably be like, look, dude, get out of here.
And what's your payments going to be on something like that?
If you're financing something like that, at least $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month.
Okay. We're gonna pull up a car payment calculator online while you're talking.
Do a car payment calculator for a Lamborghini SUV. Anyways,
I'm gonna find out tomorrow. He's an autonomous tractor sales rep or something.
Oh. Anyways, Gunny, let's get into some show feedback real quick. Let's get into some show feedback. You know, this is the news segment of the podcast, Gunny. You've been gone for the last few weeks.
There's probably something to be said about me.
But we got a new segment, new beginning, a new cycle in life, a new phase. And this is our new phase right here.
Jesus, I think maybe Gunny and I were talking about he's gonna read it in his Gunny voice tonight.
Oh, you're gonna whisper it the whole time?
I could use my inside voice, which I will be using soon because it's like maybe in an hour. Let's do that.
Oh, you gotta warm it up.
Real
You gotta
quick.
warm it up.
Well, that's the time that's the quiet time.
Okay.
Real quick, the first calculator I went to, it would only let me go to 125,000.
How much?
It wouldn't even let me go that high. There's a Google one. Let me try this one. Google has the monies.
Oh,
They can
Google
do it.
has all the monies. Yes.
He's got to be that guy on YouTube trying to like say you too can be rich.
Yeah.
Look at me, I got this car.
Look at me. Yeah. Anyways, show feedback, ladies and gentlemen. Mayo over here interrupting the show feedback. God damn it, Mayo.
Get off your phone.
Okay, moving on to show feedback. Lincoln on the Discord says, after last episode, you should change from HGP to SPPP. The Sony Pony Problems podcast. The PC Master Race is dead. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shame on him.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot there. G55 Terrain, which I believe is Brian Tobe Jr., says, the wife has been enjoying the new things Jesus has been learning about in the week and offering his newfound knowledge to the masses free of charge, no less. Maybe when Gunny comes back, you could do a Patreon exclusive world premiere of his soft voice doing Soft Kitty from Big Bang.
The Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it's a good show. I can do that song.
Who the fuck is Soft Kitty?
Oh, that's a song that Sheldon would sing.
Oh,
You want
okay.
me to sing it?
I don't even watch the show and know.
Wow, okay.
You want me to sing it? I'll sing it later today.
He said he's sure all the big and small D's will love it. Okay. J1_1220. That's such a weird thing to say. Love that there's more console talk and love that Mayo has finally came into the light and started to see how good games can be. And wasn't even mad about, hasn't even made a chip of the iceberg. Oh, okay. He hasn't even made
There's
a chip
still-
out of the iceberg. Okay, so you're still
Still
looking.
more to come. Leo has
Yeah.
not seen all that
We
Sony
haven't
has to offer.
yeah.
Yeah, he says, there's more. I feel like I'm kind of getting through them already, though. I mean, I haven't played much of them this week, but
We'll see about that, Mayo. We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
I think you're warming up to the console, Mayo. I still think you are.
I think he is. I think
yeah, probably.
it's probably.
I'm getting a
growing on.
PS5. I mean, it's happening. Just whenever I find one.
Wow. Okay. Well, besides all that, let's move on here. Keep it moving here. You can follow us at _horriblegamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Join our Facebook group. It's a closed group on Facebook. Just search for us on Facebook. You can also support the show with the monies over at Patreon at patreon.com/horriblegamers. Give us the money every month and support the show like our friend Leahy, the legendary D. That's
He's a D?
Leahy, the legendary D.
A legendary D. Okay.
Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Patrick, Chad Vader Holic, Native Lives Matter, Henry M, Jesse Kraft, Pork Chop Poo,
Pork chop.
Nipron the Micro D, The Mayo, Adam Sunday, John Jerome, Evan the Smallest D Tanaka, Jonathan D to the Ultimate D Power Hall, and Bill Still Even, the biggest D Garner the second. Oh,
He is.
oh yeah. Anyways, thank you all for supporting the show with the monies.
You're all Ds.
Now, you can
Thank
also
you.
support the show by heading on over to Redbubble, getting yourself some gear while you're at it. You head over to Redbubble, you search Horrible Gamers in there, you can find our store where you can get yourself a nice shirt, maybe a sweater, but it's a little hot for sweater. It's not sweater weather right now, Gunny. It's not sweaters.
It could be if you live in the North Pole. For our North Pole listeners,
Yeah. Well,
our Canadian listeners,
I don't think
Leahy.
there's anyone listening in the North Pole, but okay. You can also buy yourself a nice shirt to Gunny, maybe a nice water bottle, keep yourself hydrated during this summertime, springtime. It's a very warm spring here in Oregon. It's fucking hot as shit today.
It is. It's warm here, down here in Cali.
Oh, it's hot, dude. Like it's like 80 degrees. It's hot for Oregon. Like it's never this hot this early in the year. It's so hot. It's like
Yeah, we reached a record. It was like
the fuck?
84 today.
It's like what the fuck is going on, man? Is the world ending? Global warming? What the fuck is going on?
That's what they
Gunny?
said. They said that, and it's the driest year ever where I live. We sent some of that rain down here. Jeez.
Ooh. Anyways, get yourself some gear over at Redbubble. Quick shout out to Fowler and Twistics for the outro music to the show. Both for free for the outro music. Fantail Meg for the intro and outro music. Ricky Alforest for the intro and outro music. Mac Mod.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you, everyone. We
Mac.
love you all. Anyways, guys, speaking of it being hot, fun fact. Can you guys hear the AC behind me? It's going like full blast. I can't believe you
I
guys
thought I could hear it earlier before we recorded.
Oh.
Okay, I do hear it.
You hear it when I speak right slightly, right? Like you could hear
Yeah,
it.
very slightly when you speak, I can hear that AC
Let me
blowing.
turn it down. Turn it down. Oh, yeah. Anyways. All right, let me tell you why I have the AC on, okay? Because I have my PC crypto mining all day long. And it's fucking hot in here, dude. Like, I'm telling you, this PC gets fucking warm. And when the sun is hot, it is fucking hot, dude. The sun is so hot in here. It's like legit like an oven. It's like over, I want to say it's at least over 100 degrees in this room with the PC on, the window open, the PC going full blast. I had to install window AC. It was so quick. I was like, no, I ain't gonna podcast in that fucking room with that temperature. Ain't no way, dude. So
I have to do that here.
So yeah, man, because in Oregon, fun fact, most houses in Oregon do not have central AC. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, we don't have them here where I live at.
Must be an Ohio thing.
Not in houses, but in
Like
apartments
every
here.
house here has. It feels like a central air.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them don't have AC.
And why is that? Is there a reason?
It's just
Like the breeze. You get a cool breeze all day, or
I think Oregon is just too cold most of the year to like have a AC on. You know what I mean? Like when it gets hot, but it only gets hot like maybe 1 or 2 months out of the year. Like the rest of the year, it's kind of cool and it's usually rainy. It's usually cold for the most of the winter. You know.
But here in Ohio, like ours is dual. Like it heats and cools. So during the winter it heats, and during the summer it cools. It's all.
you don't got no swamp coolers in Ohio like they do in Florida.
Swamp coolers. No, but like, yeah, I mean, even like I'm looking at some things right now, some stats, guys. And it says here that Portland is the least or the third least air conditioned city in the country, with over 69.9% of all houses having some sort of air conditioning. But it's still double of Seattle, so Seattle is still lower. It's even lower than us. Only 33% of the houses in Seattle have AC installed into them when they're built.
The further north you go.
But yeah, man, like it's like I'm telling you, like here it's just not a thing. Like most houses you see don't have AC, and that even goes for like brand new houses. Most brand new houses you see will not have central AC, and
so it's probably just like up to the like let's say like you're using a window AC unit, right?
Yeah, it's usually up like some owners opt to install a AC central unit for their house, but you have to legit like pay for that extra when the house is being built. Like you have to tell them, hey, I want a fucking AC system in my house.
Yeah.
You put that shit in there, motherfucker, you.
Yeah, I know when I lived in Vallejo, California, like that was one of the like coolest cities to live or something. I don't mean like cool because the people are cool, but like so people had like these. I don't even know what they're called. Cool. Yeah, but they had this thing like where you put it in like your attic and then it blows that hot air out or something and sucks. I don't know what the hell it was, but I don't even know what the hell. It wasn't even like an air conditioner. Like it didn't have like chemicals and stuff.
So what does it do? Just blow air out?
Yeah, it blows that hot air out the top of your attic is what it does.
What the fuck?
And so like I think you can open up your windows like at night or something, or you know it pulls that air in and it keeps the house cool. I don't know, something like that. I've never experienced that. Like I don't have them in our apartments where I live at because it doesn't really get that hot. Now we have global warming.
I'm just saying we're most in Oregon. You go to most houses, they don't have AC. Most apartments, I want to say most of all of the apartments don't have AC, unless it's like brand new apartments. Like I want to say some of the brand new ones do install AC, but they got to be the high end. Those are like condos. Those are like
Mayo.
Yeah, it's like Mayo living in type of shit. You know, your neighbor's driving a fucking Lamborghini SUV type of apartment. Okay. Those are the types that have AC around here, man. Okay, we don't have that shit around here, man. We're too poor.
Saying if I come to visit, I'm just gonna be sweating over there because I don't have AC.
Well, the downstairs is not. It's not hot downstairs. It's pretty cold down there. It's the upstairs that gets really hot.
Man, I expect you come out West Coast. I expect being this Ohio guy over here, I expect to come out to everybody having super air conditioning and everything being like sunshine and hot weather and everything and all nice and bright and so you tell me I'm just gonna go there and be all sweaty?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Oregon is
Sunshine State. No, or is that Florida? I always get confused. What is California?
California is the fucking hobo state. That
pretty much because we're always on fire. We are the fire state, is what we are. Right? I think that the federal government's about to declare a national emergency and just declare California ground zero. I don't know. No, we're not on fire currently. I'm just want to make that clear.
Biden's going to do an executive order just saying that.
Don't come here, Mayo.
California needs something.
But yeah, that's your guys' fun fact of the week about Oregon. It's no ACs. Not a lot of people have AC, man. It's just not a thing, man. It's just.
You Oregon people are pretty special.
I mean, hey, look, that's some environmentally friendly shit right there, right? We're trying to save the planet.
I can't figure you guys out because you don't pump your own gas. So, but you got that luxury, but you don't have the luxury of AC. I mean, come on.
I mean, I do because I installed some hobo ass window AC and like got.
I know what you're talking about. I remember having like a window fan in my bedroom when I was like 10 years old when I was playing video games, and I had this big entertainment center in my bedroom with a window fan or a window AC unit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got like tape all over it and shit, sealing the window.
Sealed it in there, hoping it doesn't fall out. I know the struggles.
I mean, in my bedroom, I got a nicer one. It's like an indoor one where you hook the hose up to the window instead. It's a little bit. It looks a little bit nicer. It looks a little bit nicer, but those are way more expensive. Those are like, okay, you're paying for this window one like maybe $100 brand new, $120. For those indoor ones, like the ones where you just hook up the hose to the window. Those are like $300 usually. Usually 300 or more. So, yeah, I mean, they're pretty pricey. That's why I only bought one for my bedroom. I was like, fuck downstairs. I don't need one down there.
So if I come and visit, that's my room, right?
Yeah, man, it's fucking, like I said, it gets pretty hot in this fucking house upstairs. And, like, I was worried my PC was legit gonna melt, dude, because it was, like, hot as fuck the other day. It was like so hot. Like I touched the glass on the PC and I thought it was gonna like break. I was like, holy fuck. Like this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. But I got a crypto. I gotta mine that crypto, Mayo. Yeah.
Right. In the winter, you can heat your house and mine the crypto at the same time.
That's what I did all winter.
Yeah, you can be efficient over there.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of mining crypto, did you know that cryptocurrency is up this week? It's up a lot. It's up a lot. Yeah, just in case you didn't know, it went up a lot. There's a few millionaires made over that Dogecoin. Remember we were talking about? Did we talk about Dogecoin a while back? That's probably how that
Dogecoin.
Yeah, that's probably how that guy bought that Lamborghini, man. He probably got a bunch of Dogecoin fucking money, and he fucking just like fucking cashed out and went and bought a Lamborghini SUV. Because why not?
Now you'll see him on YouTube next week.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the first one I've ever seen too, because I've seen Lamborghinis around here. Mm-hmm. But I've never seen the SUV. It's just a weird car to buy. I don't know. Odd.
Yeah, it's like that Mustang SUV. Have you seen that one?
That's not a Mustang. I'm not going to count that as a Mustang.
That electric Mustang?
Oh, yeah, I saw
they call it the Mach-E.
For it.
What do they call it?
Mach-E.
No, the Mach-E. Yeah. The Mach-E.
Yeah. It's actually kind of fast, but come on. How are you going to muddy the Mustang name like that? I mean, I have respect. I'm not a big Mustang fan, but come on.
It's got to be a gas burner and
why didn't they just give it its own name? Why didn't they give it something cool? Why are we
what are you going to call it? What are you going to call it, Mel? You got to put the Mustang name on it so like people buy it. People think it looks cool.
They're not going to buy it. You're just going to piss off all the Mustang lovers, and they're going to be like, "That ain't a Mustang. I ain't buying that piece of shit."
What do you call that shit? I mean, you don't. What do you?
The Mustang GunnyChief edition.
The Ford Model E.
They came up with names. They came up with the Focus and
Fusion.
They named a truck an F-150. I mean, come on, they can come up with something.
They could, like I said, they could have just called it the Ford E, like just the letter E for electric.
Yeah, I mean
the E SUV Ultra.
Like you were saying though, they're trying to get the Mustang, and that they're just gonna make the Mustang people mad.
Well, you know why? You know why?
Fast, but
that's why, because it's fast. That's why they're trying to invoke that, like, oh yeah, this is fast. You know, because people buy
electric cars are fast because they're all torque.
Yeah, because you know how people buy Teslas and then they street race them and shit.
yeah, they're all torque. They're instant torque.
Yeah. So like, I think they're trying to do that with this SUV car. You know?
Yeah, but it's an SUV, so it's just I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you're single, if you're 20 years old and you're looking at an actual Mustang or a Mustang SUV, I mean, you're probably gonna buy the actual Mustang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna supercharge that shit.
If you're like Gunny and you have a wife and a kid and you want to be reliving your youth, you know, then you buy a Mustang Mach-E.
No. We ain't put no electric motor in my thing.
That makes no noise when you go. You hit the gas and you may go like a bullet, but it doesn't make any sound.
Yeah, it just goes really fast. Gunny, really fucking
mine's
fast.
Mine's gonna sound like you ever go to the drag races? That's what mine's gonna sound like.
Yeah, I've actually used to go to drag races a lot.
Look, guys. All right, I'm just saying Teslas are used for street racing, and I've seen people like legit take parts out of the Tesla to make it even lighter.
Fast.
No, and then they like remove the seats and shit. They remove like all the inside and make them even faster. And like they take off the hood and put like carbon fiber parts on that motherfucker to make it even lighter than what the fucking stock model is. So that motherfucker is fast. And then they're like, how fast does it go? Look, it's pretty fast. Like,
60 in 1 second.
Pretty much. It's like in a couple seconds you're going 60 miles an hour. You fucking take off, dude. They beat like any kind of car.
I know, and we're getting off the tangent here for a second. I'm talking about electric vehicles, but so I have family lives up in corn country up north, right, 3 hours away from Columbus here. Where my brother, my sister, and all of them live, and we were talking about that the other day. They do not have that kind of stuff, that technology up there. So,
well, hold on, now there, man.
Now they can plug it in at their house. They can actually plug a vehicle in at their house, but if they buy like a new Mustang Mach-E, right?
We're just gonna run out of fuel.
You know, like how you can like go to your Kroger's and like around here where I'm at, you can plug it in.
Yeah.
They don't have that option up there. So if you go to like the local next town or whatever, and the thing dies on you, it's just gonna die. There's no way to
Shouldn't there be like a mandate in Ohio to just make some corn diesel hybrid vehicle or something?
They did that. You know, they were doing. That's what ethanol is. I mean, it's corn based.
Do like Dukes of Hazzard, just pour the moonshine in the gas tank.
There you go. See,
you want now?
So I'm curious how they're going to do that, because I know GM is going to be like all electric by 2025, I think, and their Cadillacs are already all electric. And Volvo announced the other day that they're doing all electric now. So, now we're going to have it all I don't know. It's going to be a charging place in my old little hometown, this town of one stoplight. You know.
They're kind of doing it everywhere I go. Like, not only just if you ever go, I'm sure everybody that's ever been to like a shopping complex with a Target, like every one of them is like Tesla, and then there's like the other, right? Which I guess would be Chevy Volt and everything else, and
the hobo.
Yeah, the hobo stuff. So, like, I've noticed it even now with like even smaller style chain stores that maybe they only have like 20 or 50 stores, you know, and not like 2,000 of them. Like even they even have the hobo ones and a couple Tesla.
Do you think I'm pretty sure the stores get like some kind of break or something, some kind of tax credit for that.
Probably.
Charger.
Probably free. Like, hey, look, we'll install it for free or whatever.
Well, listen, my local Walgreens used to have a 2-spot for electric cars. They straight ripped those fuckers out of there. Like they like ripped the poles out. And they like got rid of it. I don't know why. Maybe no one was using them.
What do they drive up in Oregon?
Maybe no one was using them. I don't know. But they got them in like the stores, like at the Fred Meyer's. There's like fucking 10 parking spots for the electric cars. But it's all like on the side of the building or whatever, like way off to the side. But they're still there. And I don't think the Safeway has Safeway has a few, but they're off to the side also, like in a different part of the parking lot.
Same with my Safeways.
No, there's a lot. I tell you, man. I'm telling you, Oregon has a lot of people that drive Teslas. Like even this morning on my way to work, right? Because I live like right next to a Starbucks. I don't have one in my apartment complex, Mayo. Sorry, but I live next to one. So as I was pulling out of my driveway, going down the street, I look over to the Starbucks. You know how I don't know if they do this in your area, Gunny, but they do. Was it coffee and cars or something on Sundays? You do this shit in your area, Gunny?
The only thing they do is like coffee with a cop.
No. It's called coffee. It's called coffee and cars or something. They do that here in Oregon a lot. It's almost like every Sunday at different coffee shops around the state. Like you go on Reddit and you type in coffee Sundays or coffee and cars on Sunday, and you can find out like locations of where people are going to meet up. And usually people will pull up with like Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and everyone takes their supercar to that location. But this morning, when I pulled out of my fucking driveway, I look over to the right, and what do I see in the parking lot of the Starbucks? Like nothing but Teslas, dude. All Model Ys or whatever. The SUVs, just a bunch of dudes with Tesla SUVs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Probably all with their face in their Apple phones.
Yeah.
I know this person.
Yeah.
We have him here too. There's actually a couple of Teslas in my parking lot.
Yeah,
I like the long, pointy one. I like the long one. I don't like the one with that real flat nose on it. That
Okay.
kind of.
The one
I think
that
that's
looks
the
like
more
a
expensive one
license plate
too.
doesn't belong there.
Yeah, I think that's the more
Yeah.
expensive one too. I like the little bit older one, the first one, the Model S, maybe.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
shorter
Model
one.
S is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
The first Model S.
Yeah, it's kind of longer. It looks like almost reminds me of like a like an Austin Martin.
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
Like
The one that actually has a license plate for the front.
Right. I think Elon Musk did that on purpose. I was telling my son. But I think he put that on there to make it, because you know how it's like required. Like, I mean, it's required here in California. But I said, I think he did that on purpose because he hates California. Because like literally like maybe 20% I might see have a license plate installed.
Yeah, no, a lot of those don't have them here in Oregon. They have them in their windshield or whatever. But even though that's illegal, anyways, enough car talk, guys. What the fuck's going on here? Is this a car podcast?
Oh, I thought we were gonna do food next.
Oh, we're doing food next. Or what did you have for dinner, Gunny?
Oh, I had pasta. The wife made some pasta bake. It was really good.
What kind of pasta did you have?
It was like, I don't know, whatever she got this like is it Vermin's? I don't know. Like it's the short spaghetti. It's not the long, super long spaghetti.
Oh, short spaghetti.
But she made like that cream sauce. It's not like white cream, but it's the creamy red sauce. It was super fucking delicious. And also went to get some Wetzel pretzel today.
Listen. I just Googled short spaghetti, and I'm getting chicks with like half-dressed girls on here for. This is, buy
like
this crop top.
They know your search history. They know your search history.
Buy this crop top for $5, and then I got like right next to that like. Buy this Fidel spaghetti pasta for $10 from Amazon. Okay. What kind of search results do we got here, guys?
We should probably get into video games then.
Anyways, let's get some video game talk. Woo! Video games. Anyways, show number 350. Thank you for being here with us. This is a very special show. 350 shows, guys. That's a long time.
That is. How many years is that?
Good job.
How many years is it for you, Jesus? Like 6, 7? I don't even know.
All right, so officially as of would it be like this time kind of, or like I would say March 1st is kind of when we started, or March 12th was when we started, because I know I got everyone together to start the podcast in January. And then from January, it started off with me and, like, Brink. I convinced Brink somehow to do it. He was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then I convinced Iams, because I was like, we need a third person to get into this crazy shit with us. So then we convinced Iams to start this podcast with us, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And these are 3 weird-ass dudes that just play Battlefield together, and, like, that's all we did was play at Battlefield. We're like, okay, bros, let's do a podcast. And then who was it? Then we're like, okay, we need someone that's different. So we invited Tragic on, you guys remember Tragic, Jacob.
Yeah.
And then Then we got Captain Hook. Somehow Captain Hook was like, I want to be in this podcast. He was all drunk one day listening and I was talking about it. Like, I want to be on the podcast.
You drink a lot of Keystone?
I drink the Keystone Lights.
Keystone Light. I drink like 14 of them already.
I got the orange.
Can do the accent while I'm at it.
I got the orange can. You start some fucking orange can competition that they do.
He's doing a podcast from his porch.
He was dedicated. So then we got Hook, and then I remember we got Rob, and Rob, I got him mainly because he knew a lot about computers and knew a lot about like creating a website and getting all this shit together. So all of us kind of drag-tagged it for like a month, and like for a month straight, we just were like, we would sit down almost like every other day and kind of Skype, and we would just talk, and we would just kind of all get to kind of know each other, but we would also kind of like make a plan. We're like, okay, so what do we want this podcast to be about? How do we want it to go? How do we want it to be? And then we started just talking and shooting ideas, like, okay, and then one day we were like, okay, fuck it, we're ready, let's do it. And we just like hit record. And that's that episode that you hear on, I believe it's on our feed. It's called Band-Aids. And I'm pretty sure that's the very first episode that we ever recorded.
Is Band-Aids the first one? Okay, I wasn't sure. Because you know what? I never said this on the show, but one of the things that kind of threw me was, so we all started on this Xbox Life on Facebook, right? And I mean, it's kind of like where we all met, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we all had our 360s out, and so and I remember when you had posted Jesus, it was either you or Sean. Hey, we're doing a podcast. It's going to be about stuff other than Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do stuff about and I was like, I remember looking at that going, you guys like games that are not Xbox related? You know, it just was like, what? A multi-platform podcast? Are you serious?
Yeah. So then, that was legitimately that was 2014. So that's 6-7 years ago now.
Yeah.
As of like this month, it would have been like 7 years. So it's been 7 years, man, that I've been doing this.
Good job. It's a lot of podcasting.
That's a lot of years. I was 23 years old when I started, and I'm about to be 30, dude.
You were a young pup back then.
I was not old when I started listening to that show.
My daughter was 2 years old. She's about to be 10. You know? So it's like, wow. She was about to be 3 at the time, and now she's about to be fucking 10. That's how fast time goes. It is insane to me, like how long it's been.
Just wait.
And just how long, you know, I've known Brink and Iams, and just we talk so much, and it's fucking crazy to me, like how long I've known those dudes and how long I've been talking to them, and I've never fucking met them. Like in real life, you know what I mean? Like, of course, we Skype, we talk, you know, like I fucking even bullshit with Becca, Brink's wife, and Iams and his girlfriend. We all drink, we've all been drunk, we've all talked shit to each other, you know, and it's just kind of crazy to me how like we've become really good friends, you know. And last year we were gonna go visit Iams for his birthday. We all had it planned out, you know. We were gonna fly down to Fresno, where the fuck does he live? Fresno,
Yeah,
Sacramento. Where the fuck he lives? I don't know where the fuck he lives.
he's down there where it's probably 100 degrees today.
We were gonna fly down there, but because of COVID and because of the new job that I got, it was just all got kind of fucked over. You know what I mean? So ended up canceling the flights and shit. But I look forward to hanging out with those guys eventually. You know, and just fucking bullshitting with them. It's probably gonna be awkward as shit. Well, you never know. But yeah, man, shout out to all those guys that started the podcast with me. I know that Rob doesn't want to talk to me. You know, everyone's like, what's going on? Is this some behind the scenes? Like, no, everyone knows. Rob kind of like when we ended the show, when I ended the show the first time in 2015, right? When the original show ended, because the show kind of stopped for like a month.
Right.
Before Gunny was on, it was the original cast. It was Rob, Iams, me, Hook, and Brink occasionally, but not very often. Jacob had already left. Tragic had already left because he had to go to college or something, and he just left. He just disappeared one day. Just legit disappeared. Stopped talking
to the East Coast and became a chef or something, right?
I don't fucking know what he did. I legit haven't talked to him since he stopped the show. Like, he legit one day just ghosted us. It's like legit, like, it's like if tomorrow I just stopped talking to you guys and not replied to any of your messages, delete you on Xbox, and not talk to you ever again. It's like if that happened. That's exactly what happened with Tragic. But he's still alive. He talks to Brink every once in a while. I think he was like playing like a Warframe or some free-to-play game with Brink a while back. So he's still around. I just haven't talked to him. So shout out to Tragic. If you're listening, Tragic, you might drop in once in a while. And shout out to Rob, man. I know Rob that, you know, like I think he kind of feels like I kind of screwed him over when we ended the show or when I ended the show because, you know, I kind of just, it was my call, you know. But at the end of the day, like, I don't regret making that decision of ending the podcast at the time because it was just too hectic. It was just our schedules were not lining up with anyone. It was legit like Iams couldn't make it this day. Rob couldn't make it this day. I couldn't make it this day. Brink couldn't make it any time. Hook couldn't make it these times. It was just like everyone's schedule legit was not vibing. And there was no compromise. Like, we couldn't come to a solution. Like, we would try to propose Fridays, Thursdays, Saturdays. You know, that's back then when I had 3 days off or whatever, or 2 days off on the weekends or whatever. I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So we tried to propose a day to do it, and we couldn't figure it out. And then that's when a bunch of shit happened in my life, before my divorce. And that's like everything just kind of went like, fuck this, like boom. It all kind of went out the window and I was just done with it all, But, shout out to Gunny, who started the show with me. And then Ryan. Big shout out to Ryan.
Clint Thiel.
Yeah. Clint Thiel.
Vengeful Jedi.
Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to Eric Smith.
Kirk.
But, like those guys really help out a lot, And I know that Ryan was a huge help, because if Ryan wouldn't have done a lot of the shit he did, I wouldn't have done the show. Like, I would have just been done with it. I think after a while, I would have just been like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. Because believe it or not, like editing the show all the time and preparing the show all the time and doing all the shit that we used to do for the show, even when we used to do live shows, it's a lot of work. And Ryan used to do all that shit, dude. So shout out to Ryan.
And shout out to this guy below us, Jesus.
Who's this
Mr.
guy?
Mayo, because
who the fuck
he
is this
has.
guy? Oh, he's
Well,
here.
this fucking guy knows what he's doing with the whole
He's still
editing
here?
thing. Where he says you tried to train me on the whole editing thing, and I was like,
I don't
"What?
know what I'm doing. I'm still
I
kind of
got
learning.
copy and paste now. When do I put this on the tape recorder thing?" And you're like, "Fuck, dude, it's digital, dude. What the fuck, right?" And yeah,
Gunny's trying to record it on his 8-track over there.
I got my 8-track machine, and I'm trying to record audio. Where do I post it on the World Wide Web?
Those reels that you see film on, he's trying to record something like that over there.
Yeah.
This is better for me. This is how I grew up. But Mayo's over there, like he's got 14 different programs open and OBS, and
We got like 9 different monitors going.
yeah.
Yeah, but 7 years, man, it's been a long journey. It's been a long time, and we've had a lot of guests on here.
Mm-hmm.
Had the opportunity to meet a lot of cool people, a lot of voice actors, thanks to IAMS. And IAMS went and did his own podcast, and then we all kind of just are doing our thing,
Yeah.
But they know they're always welcome on the show, and that invitation
Let's go.
out
I
to all of them.
You've been on hiatus for too long. You need to get another show going or get back on this one.
Yeah, IAMS.
You and Alyssa.
Fuck IAMS. I don't care. Don't invite him on. You're not invited, IAMS. I just uninvited you.
All right. Delete this part. This time in the show.
Just kidding, IAMS. You're invited. Also, Brink is invited. And yeah, so shout out to all you guys. And shout out to Captain Hook. If Captain Hook is still listening, I think he still listens. I think he
Yeah, we had him on the show a while back, didn't we?
he messaged me one day, man. Hey, Jesus, I want to be on the podcast. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, like Captain Hook is back. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember meeting him on Facebook, and then I tried to line it up to getting him on.
Yeah. Trisky. He used to go off about
I think it would be a fun show if you guys could grab all those guys and we could have everybody on one show. It'd be like a 15-hour show.
Oh man, if we could get Tragic on. I don't know if Tragic would want to come on though. I feel like he was very shy. He was always shy, but
You guys gotta listen, listeners. You gotta listen to Jesus. I don't know what episode it was, but it was with Tragic, where it was his turn to host the show. It was his turn to host, and he was supposed to. It's out there in the wild where, he's supposed to hit record and go off of the, welcome to Horrible Gamers with a Z, and it was just a folly, man, for like an hour and a half straight. It was fucking hilarious. Somebody will probably bring that episode up, but yeah, it was so funny. He couldn't find anything.
There is a few lost episodes that we just lost completely to recording issues, and they were deleted when we switched hosting.
Yeah, we lost a couple. Darn it.
There was 12 of them that we lost. So that's why episode Band-Aids is titled episode 13, Band-Aids. But I'm pretty sure that's the very first show we ever recorded. But it starts off at 13. But it's just because we're missing the other 12. I don't know what happened to them. They're somewhere. I don't know. They're somewhere on the internet, maybe. I don't fucking know where they're at. But yeah, anyways, enough HGP talk. Enough of that bullshit. So yeah, listeners that have been listening, they're like, oh, holy fuck, you guys have been doing this? Yeah, 7 years, motherfucker. Yeah, you've been listening for 1 year, Gunny? 2? Yeah. Fucking rookies. Fucking rookies. Go back and listen to Jesus talk all this shit about PC gamers.
Right.
Right.
I remember listening to those episodes.
PlayStation has the best controller on the PlayStation 3 or
How
PlayStation
horrible.
4, which first came out.
How horrible mouse and keyboard controls
Yeah,
are.
and how we used to make fun of Ives. Ives would try to convince us PC gaming was the shit with this, because Ives bought like a 1080 at the time, and it was like the shit, you know, that was like the best card to have at the time. And he was like, oh man, PC gaming is so cool. Me and Brink used to be like, nah, bro, nah, you're full of shit. Xbox is better. He used to give us so much shit. And then
We got all the games on Xbox.
yeah, we got all the games on.
And then PS3 came out, right? And then we were just, not us, but you guys.
It was fun times. It was fun times. We gave them a lot of shit, but we eventually became PC gamers. We eventually grew up, man. Okay, grew up eventually.
You see, now everybody's trying to convince me to be a console gamer.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get young again over here.
but yeah, you know. Anyways, enough of that. So 7 years. HGP has been around for 7 years. Our 7th anniversary. I mean, I'm not considering the 7th anniversary. I'm going to consider this the 7th anniversary. Woo! 350. Woo! Even though, like, yeah, whatever. It's like, I don't really know the date. I know it's somewhere around March or April that the year mark is where it's going to hit. But yeah. Anyways, let's get talking about more video games that we've been playing this week. So anyways, this week I went back to my PlayStation. I deleted Days Gone. I kept playing some more Spider-Man. And I'm still going through that slowly but surely now. It's like I slowed down a lot on it. I don't know why. But I'm still playing it. Like, that game is very detailed. Like, I don't know how they did it, but it's very, very detailed. Like, it's kind of crazy how detailed it is, especially on the PS5. It looks incredible. That game is something else. It really is. But anyways, enough of that fucking bullshit ass game. I went back on my PC and I played some more Evil Genius 2, Mayo, and
Oh yeah, more practice.
Now, Jesus, you talked about this last week, and I heard mixed reviews on this game and how, the first one's better and everything else. I don't know what.
I don't know.
I didn't watch any reviews on it.
Well,
Is this something I would enjoy?
Luckily for you, I never played the first one, so I enjoyed the second one. Yeah, I think you would enjoy this, Gunny. It's a lot of fun, you know. Like, I've actually gotten my base to the point where, like, I'm upgrading it. I'm getting different upgrades now, different traps and abilities that I can set off, like, you know, like laser walls, poison darts. Like, there's this big fan that comes out of the ground and it blows the enemies away, like, down the hallway, so they go flying down the hallway. And there's, like, another one that you can put, like, this trap out that kind of, like, shoots, like, soap at them or something, and it, like encases them, like, in a bubble. And then if you have the fan, then they're floating in the air in the bubble. Then you can have the fan pop out and blow them away. And you can, like, blow them towards, like, some lasers or some poison darts or whatever. Like your shark tank. There's, like, a shark trap tank. Like yes, there's a shark tank, man. Yes, the shark tank opens up and they fall into the shark tank and the shark eats them. So, yeah, there's some really cool upgrades to this game. The game, it was getting hard for me, but I figured out a way to get a lot of money now. Like, I'm getting a lot of money per scheme that I'm running. And I kind of figured out how to keep my scheme, like, how to run schemes where, like, I'm not building up so much heat all the time, but I'm also running schemes, like, keeping them in order so I don't run out of minions and I don't run out of money. So I have enough minions all the time and enough money all the time to keep my plant and my base growing. Very cool game. A lot of details. It's a lot of, like, little hidden shit you can find out that you can do the more you play, and I'm enjoying it. Like it's so fucking cool. And, like, the enemies that, like, they do get harder and harder. Like, some of the enemies I'm fighting now are some, like, special forces, fucking SAS troops and shit that come in and, like, they start fucking your place up and they could kill a lot of people if you don't alert your whole base, dude. And it's just like your security team trying to fight them and a few minions. They will kill a bunch of people. But if you put like your whole base on high alert, then everyone wakes up out of bed and like everyone's running to get guns and weapons and they'll fight him and then they'll kill him. Very cool fucking little game. I highly suggest it to anyone that's looking for like I want to say like a simulation type game that looks like The Incredibles, but it's all about being an evil genius. I suggest getting this. But yeah, check it out, Mayo. Maybe you'll, I don't know if
I
you'll
thought
like
about picking this up a couple times actually.
Did you?
Yeah,
I don't know if
even
you'll
before
like
you bought it and talked about it, I looked at it a couple times, and I was on the fence about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a Mayo game, but I know it's a Jesus game, so there's
Yeah, I'm
that.
not big into the I don't know if you want to call it like an RTS in a way. I mean, I like them, but I can't remember the last one I played. I think the last one I really enjoyed was BattleTech, I believe. That was that mech one where. Remember, that was before I came on the show, actually. Gunny had started playing it, and I'm like, you need to play this game, Gunny. You know? But hey.
Anyways, another game that I played this week, which, of course, is no surprise to you all, is Battlefield 4. I was playing some of that the other day. Playing on a hardcore server. Which, man, Battlefield hardcore, like, I fucking suck at that shit on PC, but it's so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun just get in there and fucking shoot people and kill them, like, right away, like, from a mile away with the sniper rifle, and it's so much fun doing that. But what made me play that was this other game came out recently, man. I don't know if you've heard of this. We kind of talked about it a little bit last week. It's called Enlisted. This is a free-to-play game made by... What company makes Enlisted? I'm going to look it up.
I've been watching that on Twitch.
Hold on. God damn it, Gunny. Hold on. You and your damn Twitch watching. All right. Oh, by Guy Gene Entertainment. That is the publisher. Anyways, so the developer is some company called Darkflow Software. Anyways, this game came out on November 10th, 2020. It was an early access beta release. It was early access back then, like a closed alpha access. Now it's in beta, so being that it's in beta, they've actually let like anyone can download this and play this. You could download this and play this even on your consoles. Now it is available on both the Xbox, I believe it's the Xbox One, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles. As far as the Series and the PS5 consoles, I don't know if there's any enhancements to them. Maybe they perform better in those consoles. There's no specific like, oh, for the PS5 we're going to use the adaptive triggers, or for the Xbox we're using this. They haven't announced anything like that right? So, but they did say that they just want to get like as many platforms out there running this game, so they can try to get feedback from the beta and improve the game and optimize it for all the platforms. So it is a free-to-play game, Mayo. It's made by the same, like I said, publisher, by the same company that publishes War Thunder, and they also publish. There's War Thunder and there's another war game.
Like the ship one, like World of Ships, or World of Tanks.
I hear those
World
are
of
pretty
Tanks.
well
It's all the same
put
kind of
together
people.
games.
Yeah, World of Warships, World of Tanks, War Thunder, all that shit. It's all them, right? But this is pretty much a boots on the ground type game. So there is vehicles in this game. So I did see airplanes. Now I don't know where the airplanes are from, or if you can unlock them later the more you upgrade your rank. But there is tanks that you can drive. But to be a tank driver, you gotta specifically have a squad that can drive a tank. So what's cool about this multiplayer is, so there's like, I want to say 20 people versus 20 people, or maybe 15 versus 15 or something like that. But each person on each team controls a squad. So I spawn in with like my squad from the big red one or whatever, like that's the platoon or whatever. I spawn in with that squad, and I have the squad leader, which is me, and then I have like 4 other dudes with me, and they just follow you around the map, and you can actually command them to do different things. So you can actually like point at an objective, like point to the D flag and say, I order you to attack that objective and hold it. So your AI will be like, aye, they'll fucking be like, okay, so they fucking will run towards that objective. Not very smart. It's a fucking AI. So they tend to get shot pretty easily by the enemy players. But they'll like go towards that objective, and if there's enemies there, they'll try to kill them and capture that objective, and if your teammates are there, they'll help them. Once that objective has been captured, say they capture the D flag, your squad, since you ordered them to stay there and hold that objective, they will stay there until they all die. So the cool thing about this game, Mayo and Gunny, is that once, like, say I get shot, which the time to kill is very short in this game. You get shot and you're down pretty quick. I get shot, usually if you have a med pack on you, if you don't get like a fatal headshot or something, you may have a chance to revive yourself if you have a med pack on you. Now,
that's one thing I noticed about. Yeah, I was wondering how the streamer was getting back up. I was like, okay, is he doing a self revive?
Yes. So you can do a self revive.
It doesn't show that.
Yeah, so you fall down and you can actually drag yourself to like a different, like say you're like in the middle of a fucking field and you get shot by a sniper and you want to drag yourself behind a bush or behind cover. You can actually do that. So you drag yourself over to cover, and during that time you can actually scream and order your squad to revive you. You can ask for help for someone like around you to revive you, or you can revive yourself if you have a med pack. If you have a med pack, you just hold down T on the keyboard or whatever, because I was using mouse and keyboard. You hold T down. I don't know what it is on the consoles. There has to be some kind of button, maybe a D-pad or something. You hold it down, and then it's just your guy heals himself. Like, it takes a few seconds, and the little meter goes up, and then you fucking heal yourself, and then you're back up and running. You know, the thing is, you've used your med pack. You don't have any more med packs left. You only get one. I don't know if you get more later on. You may be able to unlock better perks to carry more or something. Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. But you start off one in the beginning. You get one, and then you keep running around. But say like my character gets shotgunny again, right? Say I pick myself up, and I get shot again. Fuck, god damn it! Same sniper is camping, and he shot me again, right? Well, if my squad mates aren't stupid like me, and they're not out in the field with me, and they're hiding behind cover, because your AI teammates will hide behind cover. If you guys are getting shot at, like if you're like in a building, right, and you're shooting out the window, and you're fucking shooting out the window, your squad will actually run in that room with you, and they'll try to like cover the doors, you know, and they'll be shooting at the enemies too out the windows and shit, you know. So say you get shot, I go down, I'm in the field, and now Gunny is in my squad. I can actually respawn as Gunny. So like I could just switch over to Gunny, and I take control of your body, and now I'm playing as you, as that character, right?
Okay.
And like I said, each squad has different characters, and some characters have the same type of gun. For example, the squad in the big red one platoon, they have they all have like those MK carbines. I forget what they're called, MK98 or something like that. It's like some carbine rifle. You know, they shoot and then they have to reload the magazine. They like have the 5 bullets that they push them down and they fucking reload or whatever. Then fucking then reload again, and it takes forever to fucking reload the damn gun. World War II type shit. Anyways, so yeah, most of them have that, but then you can also spawn in as the airborne, like the 501st Airborne or something like that's what it's called. And those guys, instead of being a squad of 5, because they're airborne troopers, Gunny, and they usually tend to be faster and more agile in a smaller team, there's only 3 of them to a team. 3 of them to a squad instead of 5. So it's a smaller, more compact team, but they're a faster team usually. They're more about striking the enemy fast and hard, you know, like they're all about getting to the objective quicker and fucking everybody up and then getting the fuck out, right? They're not there to fight the war, you know. The other guys are there to fight the war. The army guys are there. The airborne are just there to fuck shit up and capture shit. So these guys, they don't have carbine rifles. They usually have like SMGs and shit, like submachine guns. And they'll have like the cool little MP40s and shit, you know, like World War II guns, right? They got like the MP40s.
Those are the best ones.
You go into a fucking room and just spray the fucking room and kill 5 people or whatever. Then there's also like there is a sniper recon unit. I don't know what, I believe they're Canadian or something. I forget what they're called, but there's some recon unit, or maybe they're British. They might be British, eh? Oh, hey, hey, mate.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How are you?
Yeah. So you spawn in as them, and they are usually snipers, and they'll have one sniper guy or like 2 sniper, like maybe. You'll have 2 snipers and 1 guy with the rifle. So, like, you'll have 3 people to the squad or 4 people to the squad sometimes. And then you'll run around and, like, you know, if your sniper dies, like I said, every squad, the point of having the squad, Gunny, is every time you get shot as a person in that squad and that person dies, your squad is, you're not out of the fight. if there's somebody alive in your squad, you can switch over to that player and continue playing. You know what I mean? That's cool. That's really cool about this game. So like, these battles seem like they're really huge and they're really big, and there's a lot of enemies moving around the map. But in reality, there's only like 15 players actually playing. The rest is just AI that's fighting each other, and they're fucking killing you too. You know. But the time to kill is very short. One sniper bullet can kill you, like from across the map. You can die from like one sniper bullet to the fucking chest, like just boom, you're fucking done. But the game actually runs really fucking good. Even though it's a beta, and even though the graphics aren't the greatest, it's not like super polished. I wouldn't say it's anything that could compete with, like, I don't know, it's not going to compete with Battlefield 5. But the game is cool as fuck, because they've pretty much taken everything that every other game has done that they've done well in a single player, like in a multiplayer shooter, guys, and they've all brought it into this game. So like in this game, when you run up to a door, you can actually open the door, and usually you can open any door in any building in the entire map. If a tank is coming at a building and the tank says, I want to blow that building up, that fucking tank can legit turn his turret super slow, like fucking turrets turn all slow, boom, shoot the fucking building, and half the wall will come down, and you're like, holy fuck, I just exposed like 10 people in that room. And that can happen. The everything is destructible. Everything. I'm talking the walls, the tanks. The tanks can run over the walls, the barbed wire, the fences, the fields, the trees. Everything is fucking destructible, and like everything is openable. Like you can open doors, you can open windows, you can close doors, you can close windows. And it's really cool because also it has auto lean. Like a lot of games have the leaning, you know, like Battlefield has the auto lean also, and Rainbow Six Siege has the leaning by manual. You know, you have to do it yourself, but it's still leaning. And this game is just automatic. You can like run up to like a window and like kind of sit there, crouch beneath it, and you can like auto lean out, like stand up. Your guy automatically, if you're aiming, he'll stand up automatically and start shooting out the window. Or you can mount your weapon on the window. You can even mount it like in Call of Duty. You know, you mount your gun on the wall and shit. You could do this if you're like prone on the ground. You can mount your gun on the ground and shoot and keep it steady. Or you can mount it on a fence or on a window or on a door. So that's really cool. And yeah, man, like I said, you know, once you play this game, it is a free-to-play game, so there is like a kind of a grind to unlock shit, but it's not too bad. Like I was actually playing this game the other day, guys, and I was having fun. I was like, you know what, this is actually not bad at all for a free game. It's a free game, first of all. I haven't paid anything, and like I'm just fucking playing, and I'm unlocking shit left and right, and it's just going and going and going. And you like once you unlock like certain perks, you can unlock perks for your squad's gunny. And like say like one of the perks is you get 20% or 25 more XP every time you play as the squad. So now every time you play as the squad, you're earning more XP, which ranks you up faster, which unlocks another perk point, which you can use perk points to like say this squad does better with assault rifles, or they do better with sniper rifles, or they can have an extra person in the squad. So now your squad, instead of having 5 people, it can have 6 people now. You can customize each of your people in the squad. So like you can customize what each soldier is carrying. So like say you want 3 of your guys to carry med packs, you want the other 2 guys to carry grenades, you can do that. You can customize all that. You can customize your weapons. It's all there, dude. Like everything that every other game has done is there, but it's just free, and it's kind of crazy that it's free. And this game is on everything, and they have crossplay on top of it all. They have fucking crossplay. Cool. So you can play against console people on the PC right now in the beta. If you're on the PS5 or the Xbox, you're playing against PC people, and it's all there. Like it's all, you know. And they do say like, yes, we understand that some people may think that like PC players have more of an advantage at aiming and shooting than the console players. So if you want to, by default, the crossplay is set to off for the PC and the console. But if you want to, you can turn on for the PC. But for the crossplay, what they have it on the console, the way it's set up is they have crossplay enabled between the platforms. So between Xbox and PS5 or PlayStation, they have that crossplay enabled automatically. So you never run out of players to play with. And then if you want to turn on the PC for extra, competitors or whatever, more people to play against, you can do that. The one thing that they do not have, though, is cross progression, and that's the one downside to this game, because I did download this on my PS5. Now, the thing is, I think I'm a little spoiled. I think if I go to my PS5, it's not going to look as good or run as good as my PC.
Frames. Yeah.
It's just because on my PC, what's the first thing I did when I got the game? I maxed everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there and I just fucking maxed everything. Max. It's like, so I know for a fact if I go into my PS5 and play it downstairs, it's gonna look okay, but it's not gonna. I'm gonna be like, that boy, it runs better on my PC, and I probably do better on the PC.
What are the DLSS on this thing?
Yeah.
I wonder why they can't get cross save, cross progression work.
Well,
we're getting cross.
I think it doesn't matter. At this
multiple
point.
Games are doing that.
Well, right now it doesn't matter, Mail, because all this beta progress is going to get wiped.
Yeah, I mean, but like, the game that I played today, not to jump in, but, Outriders, it doesn't, I wish it had cross progression.
Well,
I'm signed into a Square Enix account.
I think most games do need it. Now, who knows? They have addressed this in their forums. Like, if you go into the forums for this game Enlisted, people have asked, like, why can I play this? Can I not play this on my Xbox or my PS5 and then continue the progress and then go on my PC and continue there if I wanted to? And they're saying that the reason is because it's a beta. And they're like, look, dude, like your progress is going to get wiped no matter what. Everyone's progress. Once the game comes out of beta into full release, or I guess 1.0, because it's not 1.0 yet. I guess when it goes to 1.0 full release, it's going to be... like they said already, everyone's going to get wiped. Now, that being said, on the PS5, if you search for Enlisted, Gunny, I don't know if this is the same way on the Xbox, so I'm giving you guys a heads up. If you search for Enlisted on the PS5 store, it pops up, but the free version doesn't show up anywhere in the store. And I'm serious, like it just doesn't show up anywhere. Like
there's a lot of games out there like that.
The only version that shows up is a $60 like ultimate pack, like you unlock like a bunch of German squads and a bunch of like American allied squads and British squads and all this shit. And then it's like, what the fuck? Like I was like, why is this game $60 and why is it free on PC? But then on the PC, what I did was I downloaded the launcher, right? And while I was doing that, I went to the PlayStation Store on the PC, like on my browser. I searched for Enlisted, and it's a free version right there. So they have a free version, a $10 version, a $20 version, a $40 version, and a $60 version, and a $100 version. But yet on the PS5 store itself, on the console, you cannot find the free one at all. It's just not listed. It's just, all that's listed is a $60 version and a bunch of DLC packs you can buy, like the currency for the game or whatever they use in it. You can buy that shit, but that's it. Like, it's like, what the fuck? So, like, for some reason, they're doing some kind of shady shit at the listing on the PlayStation.
No, there's a few other games out there that kind of do the same thing. And I think, what is it? Black Desert? Is that the name of that game?
Yeah, it's Black Desert.
Right, that game kind of does something similar, where it's like it's difficult to find the free version.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, it's not that like that on the Xbox. But I know on the PS5, you're gonna search for this. I suggest going to your browser, either finding a link for it in the store, like Google Enlisted free download PS5, and then maybe you'll find a link. But yeah, it's completely free. They did say, okay, so like if you bought the $60 version of the game, they did say like when we released the game in 1.0, that $60 you spent might be like a $150 version. We don't know. Like those prices might go up significantly. We might double or triple those prices. So you're going to have all that content still. Like when we release the game, you're going to have all those packs and all that shit's going to be granted to your account. So there's that. And so yeah, Mayo, I don't know if you're interested in this game.
Remember, there's another game that was like that too. Like if you bought it early, it was going to go up in price.
There's a lot of games that are like that. Tarkov, I think, is one of them, right? Tarkov is one of them.
Yeah, Tarkov might have been one. There's just one I remember we looked into or something.
Yeah.
And we got into it early, and then it was going up. Yeah, I think I will look into it.
So yeah, like I said, you can play as the Allies or you can play as the Germans, and right now there's 2 campaigns. There's Normandy, and then there's Normandy, and then there's like some kind of European front. I don't know if it's Belgium or some shit. Maybe it's Belgium. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But it's another like famous like front of the World War II that happened. I know there's D-Day though. Like that's one of the maps is like that Normandy storming the beach fucking map. And there's like one that's like in the field.
That has to be in a game. It seems like.
Yeah, there's one that's like in a French field, bunch of flowers in a little village, and you're just fucking destroying the whole town. And like I said, you can play as the Allies, you can play as the Axis powers, and then so there's that. Yeah, this game was actually a lot of fun, and there was like really no bugs, dude. For it being a beta, like most games that are betas are like kind of buggy.
Yeah. Right.
This game really had like
login issues and all that crap.
This game had no bugs, dude. Like it was like you got in. Yeah, once you learn how to navigate the fucking menus, which are they're like free to play menus, so they're like super complicated, But once you learn how to like get past all that and into the game itself, it runs really good, and it's fucking playable, and it's fucking like really, really fun, and it's well done for a free to play game. It's like wow, like these guys can really give competition to Call of Duty. Like, why is Call of Duty not free to play at this point? That's what I was thinking to myself the whole time.
Activision money, man.
I say we probably know why that. We probably know that answer.
But think about it, man. Think about if you release Call of Duty for free. Like, just say, fuck it. Like, Modern Warfare is free for everyone, and all we're gonna do is just keep fucking releasing maps. And say you want access to these extra maps, you have to pay $10 to get access to these extra maps, okay? But there's these base set of maps that rotate. You want these extra maps, you pay us money for these extra maps. And then you can pay us money for all these skins, for these guns and like characters. We'll add every character that Call of Duty has ever had. We're talking every single NPC. And we'll charge you for them. $5. They could make so much. They could make way more than they will ever make off of any fucking game that they sell. If they just did that and just released a fucking free-to-play version of Call of Duty. I'm not even talking like free-to-play Warzone, because everyone's thinking, well, Warzone is free. I'm not even talking about Battle Royale. I'm just talking like a multiplayer 6 versus 6 mode, team deathmatch or something, with search and destroy in there and like hardcore team deathmatch in there, and that's it. And you would have so many fucking players, dude. People would be playing that shit left. I think it could overpass Fortnite. That's how big I think it would get. More people would play that than Fortnite. That's how big I think it would get. But no, they rather just release a game every fucking year for $60, right? Well, I think Enlisted is here to show these guys, hey, we could do a fucking first-person shooter and can capture a lot of shit. And like, one thing I gotta say about this game, one thing that Battlefield is known for is the audio in the game. When like you're in a battle in Battlefield, it fucking sounds like you're in a war.
Best gun sound.
This fucking game, dude. This game, it has some crazy good audio, man. Like, the audio is fucking awesome. Like, when you hear that tank coming around and you hear that, like, you hear the fucking tracks, that shit is scary. You're like, holy fuck, is that a friendly tank? And you're trying to, like, identify the tank. Like, is that motherfucker American or German? What is that shit, man? What is that tank there? You're like, oh,
everybody's
fuck.
Everybody's throwing dynamite on that tank.
Oh, yeah. No, dude. And the tank will have a gunner on there, like, just fucking mowing people down. And you're like, oh, my God. Like, it was really cool. It's like, one time there was a tank that rolled past me, Gunny, and he was in the alleyway, and I fucking ran up behind him. I had my last guy in my squad, since it was like a suicide mission. It's like, all right, bro, you're the last one left alive. You gotta do this for the squad, Rest in peace to the other squad members. You're gonna die with them. It's World War II. Everyone dies. So I ran at the tank. I pulled out my dynamite, and I fucking, like, threw it right at the tank, like, right at the back, because they had stopped, and they was trying to, like, target, like, some guy in a building. And it had stopped, so I ran up to the tank and I fucking threw the dynamite on it, and I fucking detonated it, and it was really cool because my guy obviously died, but even though my guy died, it did some really cool, like, little animation, like, popped up. It was like in gray, and it was like black and white and gray, But it was like it showed like an animation. It popped up on my screen like on it, kind of like on my HUD, and it showed the outline of the tank, and it showed the people sitting inside the tank, and it showed where my grenade fell, like where my TNT was at, when it blew up, and what it damaged inside the tank. So it showed that it like blew out the tracks, and like it blew out the engine or something like that. So like it kind of showed what damage you did to the tank. Even though, like most games wouldn't do that. Most games are just like, oh, whatever, you did like 20%.
Right, it would just blow up.
Right, you just died. Yeah,
like this,
you did some damage.
Like in this game, you can actually run up to the tank and put like the bomb where the guy is sitting, and you can blow it up where the driver is sitting at, and you could just kill the driver. Next thing you know, the driver's dead, and the gunner's like, oh fuck! Or you could just kill the gunner, or you could take out the turret. You could do different damage to the tank, which is really cool. Like it's very specific. What kind of damage you can do to these tanks and to these vehicles. And that applies to all the vehicles. That applies to the boats, the jeeps, the whatever the fucking vehicle you're driving. And there was planes in the game. Like for some reason, like I was playing the game and all I would hear is like fucking these planes like flying around, right? And then I would hear like a fucking plane diving, and sure enough I would look up and there'd be like some fucking plane coming out of the sky just it would just fucking unloading like a building. And I was like, what the fuck? And I don't know, like, if that was AI controlled or player controlled. Like I said, I don't fucking know.
I haven't seen it. But I haven't seen it if that's a streamer doing it.
It sure looked like a fucking player was playing it, because it was marked as a friendly or enemy plane. Like there was 3 of them in the sky, and they were flying around shooting at each other. And then they would, every once in a while, they would come in and they would just fucking dive, and they would just unload onto like a field and just randomly kill people in the fucking field. You know, they would just unload like machine gun into a fucking field where we were all standing, and they would kill like half of our team, and we're like, what the fuck? So that was pretty wild. And of course I got my ass kicked like most of the matches, but even though I got my ass kicked, I was having a fucking blast. That game, best free game I played in a long time. Check it out.
Nice.
Check it out. Speaking of free games,
check that out.
Speaking of free games, guys, one game that I cannot get for free on Game Pass is Battlefield 5. It just doesn't download. It's just stuck. I cannot remove
even on
it.
that Epic launcher, or the Epic launcher, the Origin beta desktop app.
It's like it's stuck in like a download queue, and I can't download it and I can't delete it.
Wow.
So it's just stuck in a queue, and my Xbox app is such a piece of shit. Like, you need to get rid of that app. Xbox, can't believe you make some of the shittiest apps in the world that are made by fucking Microsoft.
I was complaining about that a while back. I was trying to download it. My download rates are really slow on the Xbox app.
Oh my god!
My Steam downloads are really good. My Origin downloads are really good. You know, I have this gig down, gig up. I get on Xbox and I download. I install a 30 gig game. They're like 3 hours, and I'm what?
Did you go to the Windows store and try to X on that? X is in cancel.
Dude, I tried everything in that fucking. Okay, I did some Windows commands, like shut down app,
command prompt,
command prompt, fucking hacker shit, bro. And I like restarted my PC. I did all kinds of shit, Gunny. Okay, none of it worked. Your fucking Xbox app sucks. It's trash. Fuck Xbox. If PlayStation had an app on PC, you know what? It would work, Gunny. It would fucking work. I wouldn't have to sit there and be like, oh, I can't play Battlefield 5. I gotta go buy it on Steam for $17. Cause I can't download it on Game Pass, even though I pay for Game Pass, motherfucker. You
better talk to Uncle Phil about this.
Okay. I could download every other game on Game Pass. I could download Flight Simulator. I could download every other fucking game on Game Pass available to me to play. Even if it's an EA game, I can play it. Comes to Battlefield? Oh no. You can't download Battlefield. You want Battlefield 5? Oh, fuck you.
It doesn't want to let you play Battlefield. Play something else, man.
Fuck you and your Battlefield 5. You can't get that, motherfucker.
It's time you go play some Fortnite.
So,
go play some platformer.
So instead, I downloaded Sea of Thieves. Season 2 has released. Season 2 has added a ton of new content to the game. So now you can actually become an emissary for the different guilds that are in the game. So there's the Merchant Guild, the Treasure Hunter Guild, the Mystic. I think they call it the Mystical, right? The Mystic Guild. And then there's the other one. there's a fourth one they've added. Like they're not the treasure hunters. There's the merchant. I think they're the adventurer guild or something like that. But you can become an emissary of these guilds, and now you can also there's an actual like a kind of like a merchant system, like a stock system in the game, where like an island. Say you can actually go up to a merchant and say, "Hey, I want supplies. I want to do a supply run for you." Like, and they'll sell you like a box of. You can buy like I want to buy a box of bananas and a box of cherries and a box of apples from you, and then you can actually look up with that merchant the price of apples, cherries, and bananas on the other islands of the world in Sea of Thieves, and say for example you buy something that's really cheap from her, and you can sell it and you can take it to like this other island and sell it for like a lot of profit because they really need bananas on this island. And they're willing to pay so much for them. So your job can just be like, all I'm doing is traveling across the world and transporting goods. And you're fucking making a killing off of it. And your rank is going up at the Merchant Guild and the Emissary. Once you reach level 100, I think, you can unlock special customizable things for your ship. You can make them look like the Merchant ship or Ghost ship or whatever, different types of ships. There's also a battle pass they've announced. There's a free battle pass. Okay, there's a free one, and there's also a paid one. The paid one, I don't know how much it costs. I'm assuming it's $10, like most of them are nowadays. But this free one actually gives you 100 items for free, and we're talking like telescopes, like the monoscope, the little fucking little the scope thing. We're talking like gun sights, guns, weapons, shovels, instruments to play with, pets. Different types of things you unlock with the normal battle pass for free. You don't have to pay anything for it. You just play the game. It's free. But you can also pay to get these legendary and mystical, like super rare. I want to say they're rare items, or more like they're harder to get. They're exclusive to this battle pass. And you can get like I think it's like 15 or 25 exclusive battle pass mythical items or whatever. They've also increased the level of the forts, the skull forts. They made the enemies tougher, made the rewards even greater. So there's that. So Sea of Thieves, tons of content. It seems like they just released this whole content for it recently in Season 2, and I've seen it listed on Steam. It's like one of the top sellers on Steam once again.
I think it's one of I think it's the PlayStation 4's most sought after game or something, as in people question. Was it intriguing? I think they were just curious, like, why is this game not coming to the PlayStation 4?
If this game was on PlayStation, it would be great, because if they could just do crossplay between everything, between PC and consoles across the world, and even if they came out on Switch,
sold like 80,000 units. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's a Microsoft studio, so
even if you came out on Switch, it would increase the popularity of the game. That game is so good. Like, little kids love this game. Every time I get on this game, all right, I meet all kinds of people. I meet the guys that are like old and shit. They're like super into they're like really into it. Like they're like, all right, brother, you're gonna sell northeast, and we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna jump off. You're gonna keep sailing. I'm gonna jump off of this other island again. You keep sailing. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing this crazy quest or whatever. And it's like, okay. And then there's there's the drunk people like me that are just drunk, and they're just like, drive, tell me where to go, and everyone's trying
to get me into an island.
And I legit crashed into an island because I was so drunk that I don't know what I did.
I was sleeping. I remember that one time we were playing together, and you were steering, and next thing I know, we're heading toward an island, and I can't remember who was with us. But next thing I know, we're like beached pretty much. Yeah. I'm like, geez, you might want to turn. All of a sudden I hear you like sawing logs over there in the background of the mic, man. And next thing I know, we're like heading straight for the island.
But I mean, okay, well, anyways, I think I had my Xbox controller on, and I tried to use it, and then I put it down, and then I was trying to turn with my mouse and keyboard, but one of the inputs on the controller was not letting it turn. And I fucking legit, these guys were like, all right, guy, you can turn. And it's just boom, just run into the fucking island. And then, so I kind of like made a bad first impression, but it's okay. I redeemed myself. And then, there's lots of new content in Sea of Thieves, man. You can like have pet parrots now and shit, like monkeys and parrots and all kinds of weird shit you can put in.
There
your
are
boats.
some things for a Game Pass Ultimate member. Just make sure you claim them. In the claim section in Game Pass.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, in that little section. Okay, cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, I fucking like Sea of Thieves. Like, it's a lot of fun. Like it's so easy to it's so cool to just jump in and like fuck around and do whatever you want. Like, whatever. I'm just here to drink and look at the sunset.
Problems.
And
I never fire that game up anymore, Jesus. I never fire it up. I never play it. It's just not one of my guilty pleasures.
Why?
Or anything. I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. It's just something that maybe I don't want to be a pirate.
Well, it's like Flight Simulator for me too, man. Like, you know what? I legit thought about buying like a flight stick from like Logitech. Like, I think I'm gonna buy the flight stick and like the rudder, the pedals or whatever for the rudder. And altogether, it's like $300. It's like as much as a console.
Yeah.
But like, I just want to fly. I just want to like put on my VR headset and fly somewhere. Just like get in the sky and fly, Gunny. Like, let's go to Mexico today, Gunny. Let's fly. And we just
hoorah,
fly there and then not know how to land and then probably crash and then turn off the game and then be good.
That's it. Sound like fun.
I mean, what else is there to do, guys? Okay, maybe I'll stream myself flying for 2 hours in real time.
I feel like watching paint dry, man. Come on,
Gunny. It's all about just having a conversation with your viewers.
I remember those days on Mixer, and I would moderate the channel, and while you would play your Sea of Thieves game on Mixer, that was fun.
Sea of Thieves is the shit. Sea of Thieves is the same way. Like, it's just a fun game to play, and you just fucking play it, and you have fun, and then you eventually run into something, and then that's all that happens. But yeah, anyways, I was gonna download the Resident Evil demo last night. I got off of work pretty late. I get off like at 10:30, and then I get home like at 11:30. So it was like near midnight. I had about 30 minutes left to download the demo. So I didn't. Because the demo was like a legit 1 day only.
No, I downloaded it today, but I didn't play it. So I don't... Yeah, because I saw people streaming it, but maybe it was leftovers from last night. So maybe I won't be able to play it.
I thought it was like a. I thought it was like a legit, like, you could only play it for one night or something.
A limited time. Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I was reading our thing in Discord, and I thought, okay, I can't find it. But then when I came back like an hour later, I really dug deep into the PlayStation 4 and was like, okay, it's here. So I found the demo.
So this is what happened. If you were on the PlayStation 4 or the PS5, Gunny, the Village Early Access demo began on April 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it ran until April 18th at 4 a.m. Eastern. It's a weird time to end. It says here the second Castle Early Access demo begins on April 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then it will run until 4 a.m. Eastern on April 25th. That's such a weird time. And you have 30 minutes to play these levels during these windows. So, like, yesterday you had 30 minutes to play that castle demo, and then you have another 30 minutes to play that other demo next week. It says here, if you're not on PlayStation, you will have to wait a bit before you can play a version of the demo that contains both the castle and the village levels for 60 minutes. That will begin on May 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern and will last until May 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern. What the fuck? What's up with this 1 day demo? Is it just to build? It's just to build hype.
Yeah,
huh?
It's a build hype.
Exactly.
It's so stupid.
Yep. To say, it
makes me not want to buy the game. Like, legit makes me mad. I don't want to buy this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this game, Gunny.
I don't know. I put in chat this morning. I think I put in Discord, was like, yeah, this game is lame or whatever, but it looks like the other Resident Evil games.
I wanted to watch big, tall, big boob lady, but now I don't want to anymore. Okay?
Wait, there's a big, tall lady with boobs?
Yeah, big, tall, big boob lady. She's really tall, really big boobs, and she's a vampire, Gunny, and she's chasing you.
She's going to suck my blood?
Yeah, apparently she's chasing you in the castle or something.
Oh, nice.
She's the main bad guy. Okay.
Gunny says she won't be chasing me.
Gunny's like, I'm chasing her.
Right? I'm just gonna lay down and wait.
Gunny's like, guys, I don't know how to beat this game. I keep failing in the first level. The lady keeps catching me.
What's going on?
Am I supposed to run from her?
I catch her way too easily.
Wait, hold on, look at her. She looks like she could be naughty.
Yeah, I don't know. This game looks weird. Are you gonna play it, Mayo? Are you gonna buy this game?
I might. You know, find myself a PS5. I might just get it on the PlayStation.
Yeah. When does this game release?
You know what? I'm gonna pick it up when it's on sale. I didn't buy the last one either.
I haven't played one in a while, actually. I haven't bought the last one, so I'm due.
The last one was fucking creepy as shit, dude. It was really fucked up. It was like there was some real creepy ass parts, and like I could not imagine playing that shit in VR. That'd be something else. Fuck all that. No way. Yeah. So this game comes out on the 7th of May. Okay.
Yeah, so they're
Soon.
definitely hype with these short little amounts of time you can play it.
Yeah. 7th of
Turn
May.
everybody tune in on Twitch.
Capcom has a nice little sale on Steam right now where you can buy Resident Evil 2 Remake and 3 right now for like half off.
Yeah, I saw that. I was looking at that. I was like,
Okay, I might get 3. I would probably get 3 now that it's half off. Because I did play all the way through 2.
Okay.
2 Remake.
Anyways, that's all I played this week, man. I really haven't played much else. I look forward to playing more of Enlisted, seeing what else I can unlock. Like I said, it's kind of shitty though. It's kind of like a grind almost, but it's not really a grind. You're just playing and leveling up. But it does suck that it's gonna get all reset. It's like, well, but at the same time, I kind of don't feel too bad about it, right? Because right now I can learn about the game, and then when the actual game releases or 1.0, I know what I want to go after. Then right, like it's like, okay, I want to do this, and this to get this. You know?
Yeah, especially if it's a game that's going to be like Mayo's Apex here, where you get the battle pass.
Yeah, get a battle
Complete it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's what I played. What have you played, Gunny or Mayo?
Oh, wait, what have I been playing the last couple weeks? Some Outriders. Played with Leahy and Vetterholic this morning. And yeah, so I had started up. I think I'd started up like Leahy was talking about starting a new character on Xbox, but then his wife had his Xbox, and then we went over back to PC. And I said, you know what, send me the invite or whatever. I'll play on the Xbox. But I think I went back with my level 15 or 16 Pyromancer. And I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with that character. And yeah, I'm just having a blast. As far as like any kind of story stuff, yeah, whatever. It's
It says whatever.
man, it's just a fun looter shooter, right? Is what this is.
Right, trying to get a little stronger.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know, for some reason, like, okay, so Leahy invited me in, right? And it's like, enable cross play.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's playing off of the Steam or Epic or wherever this game is on PC. I don't know. And me and Vetter were on Xbox, and it seemed to work fine for probably a good 40 minutes. And maybe just a little bit of like some latency issues I found, little minor hiccups, and then just whatever happened after the 40 minutes, it was like, okay, lost connection to host or whatever. And I know Vetterholic was still in there. Or he may have left. I don't remember. And then, yeah, it just kicked me all the way out at the end of the game. And at one point, Vetterholic was like, his game crashed completely. So I haven't been following like, how people can fly is like, as far as their patches and when it will be patched. I don't know specific dates on that, but playing with Ryan and other people on Xbox, it hasn't been an issue. Just staying within your own ecosystem, it's been fine. Well, I will say that there were some little bit of bugs where Ryan said, "Hey, okay, join my game." We joined the game, but then we're over like this little checkpoint. Mail, you know where I'm talking about, where it'll say, press X to not continue, but to kind of move this trash out of your way so that you can continue through.
Mm-hmm.
It's one
Almost
of the,
like every
yeah,
fight's a little instance, and then when you get past that fight, you're supposed to be able to interact with like a door or a gateway.
yeah, kind of a, yeah. It's like there's these trees in the way, and you got to move them out of your way, right? Trees and junk. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, it's kind of like that. That next one, it'll be almost like a save, or something. Or so or activate the next fight, or it's one of the, but then we spawned on the other side of it, right? So now we're on the fight side of it, and Ryan's on the other side.
Hmm.
And I've done the same thing where I'm like, all right, guys, all right, here's the invite. Wait, you guys are over fighting, and there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't press X; it won't let me. Weird.
Yeah, I had a little bit of problems. So like this is what I was playing to this week, and I had some problems with matchmaking or not getting paired up with people. I also played with Leahy and a coworker of mine, and I was trying to host because I was kind of like the middle guy in the way of level. I think at the time I was like level 9, and Leahy was like level 18 or something like that, and my coworker was like level 6 or something. Like he just got to make it a new character. And so what I'm gonna try to be the middle guy and try to be the one to host. And for some reason, I had my game as open lobby, like so anybody could join, and they couldn't join. It would say the lobby's closed. I'm like, what the heck? We couldn't. And I'm like double checking. I was even streaming this. You can go back and see the stream. You can see it on my screen. It was saying, the lobby's open, and
Mhm.
they would try to join, and then it would tell them that my lobby was marked private and it was closed. And I'm
Hmm.
like, no, I'm not gonna know it's open. It says right here, lobby open. And then I would click on it because you could toggle it, and I would click it to like friends only, and they couldn't get in. And then I would click it to close, and then click it back to open to see if it would work, and nothing. And I would try to send them invites. They would try to send me invites. Finally, we just kind of gave up and we joined Leahy's game, and that made it kind of hard because we end up being fighting like level 19 enemies, and I was level 9, and my friends, so we were using like how you have all those abilities and stuff. I'm using like 2 or 3 abilities just to kill a trash mob.
Yeah.
And I'm like dying here and there. I'm trying to tank. I picked a devastator role, and I just we were just dying left and right. I'm like, man, I'm not used to dying this often. And like he was, oh yeah, it's because of the enemies are level 19 and you're only a 9. And I'm like, oh well, this I didn't even notice.
Right, because I think the host sets the world tier, not
Hmm. And so yeah, like, I was having a difficult time because we joined his game, and then we did some messing around. Leahy had to go for a minute, and so me and my coworker got in the same game, and we were fine. Like he was able to join me, and we were good, and we were playing for a while. And then Leahy came back. He got back from his errands, tried to jump in my game. Lobby closed. I'm like, I know it's not closed. Like my coworker's right here. We're playing it together.
yeah.
And so we even stopped what we were doing, got to a save point, went back all the way out to the lobby of the game. Well, we're not doing any missions. We literally went all the way out where you can do the character selection even. Try to get him in, nothing. Couldn't get him in. So finally we just kind of gave up on it. But we struggled with it for a while. But
Yeah. When was that? I'm
that
just curious.
was
Any hot fixes since then, or
maybe Sunday last week? This week? No. It would have been last Sunday.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe
because
last Monday.
see, I didn't play during the week, so now I'm using my quiet voice to try and keep it down. But no, one of my favorite things so far about the game is I'd say the movement of how fast your character moves. I really enjoy that so much. Um, a couple other things. I know that when you restock ammo, like there seems to be plenty, or they're strategically placed that they're in a good spot where I'm like, okay, I know where.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
run back and grab
I can
something, yeah.
run back, and it's not that far, Or it's like you can be in the middle of a fight and then just walk over and restock, and it's so fast.
I have made some dumb mistakes where I would say pick up some weapons and they're like upgrades.
Oh,
And,
you've equipped
and
them.
immediately I just equip them and then
I've done
put
that
the other
before.
stuff in a stash. I'm like, okay, these things are all rare. They're blue. I'm going to break them down later, whatever. I'm just going to put them in my stash. And then I run and jump into a mission and I start the mission and all of a sudden I look at my ammo and they're both shotguns and they both only have like 60 bullets total. So I go into this mission with a whole whopping 120 bullets total and it's like a boss fight, And so
Right.
I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to fight this guy and I have to use my pistol because I completely run out of ammo. Trying to kill the boss. Have you fought the big Crystallis monster or whatever it's called yet?
I don't think so.
It gives you your first legendary.
Yeah, because even though like I'm that level 15 or 16, I had jumped into whose game was it? It was me, Bill Gardner. We played for a while, and who else was it? Was it Ryan Gibson? And then I had played with somebody else, so it was kind of like I was jumping all over the board as far as like how the game progression goes.
So you're probably lost in the story then.
Totally lost in the story. But then I went back and I was like, today, like, oh, okay, I see where you pick up the doctor and then you meet Bailey and a few other characters. I was like, okay, it's kind of coming together.
Yeah, I was a little confused too. It does make it weird when you jump in. Like when I jumped in Leahy's game, I was in a different place, and didn't really know what was going on. And then when he left, we ended up going back into my game, and it was a different place, And now I'm like, okay, I know what's going on now. So it's weird when you jump into other people's games and you see things you're not supposed to see, or when you're doing missions in places you've never been. Just trying to figure it out. But yeah, that boss fight, you'll know when you fight it. You're traveling to an area and it attacks you, and this boss fight's kind of like one of those bosses that's really, really large and not on the map. So you're in this little cavern area with water in the ground, and you're facing him. And I had a really hard time in this fight, so I soloed it, but I'm using a Devastator class with basically all short range shotguns, LMG type stuff, and my abilities are where you turn yourself into rock. Another one where you can impale things, and another thing's like a ground pound. Well, this boss isn't really technically connected to the ground, so you can't use those abilities on him. So I had to just shoot him the whole entire time.
No,
And
yeah.
then his enemies, he spawns like these fireflies that fly. And again, as his Devastator class with those abilities, I couldn't use any of those abilities on him. So I just had to just shoot everything without using my abilities. And it was the longest fight because I ran out of ammo again. I'm using a pistol. And the pistol luckily does a lot of damage. But it probably took me 25 minutes to kill this boss. It was like the longest boss fight. And it was so repetitive, it just doing the same. I'm like, okay, this pattern works. He has this one move that he does, and you got to avoid it. And I found a pattern, a way to avoid it. And then I would counter just shooting it with a pistol. And I'm only doing like 10 damage at a time. Tink, 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 just tinking away, shooting him with the pellet gun over there. And finally I beat him. And I was like, can't believe it. Finally, I'm not doing that again. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I find it a lot of fun. It's got that Division feel to it, that Gears of War feel to it.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit of the Division because I had said this to Bill Gardner was that like if this was like the Division, then I'd be able to sit back here and cover and snipe the enemies or whatever. But
it does do a good job of making you move. I mean,
it does, right? Because they're either shooting some kind of like, some kind of
mortar or a grenade or
like a mortar or some kind of projectile to get you to pop you out of cover or do some serious damage. And then the other thing is it probably depends on what difficulty you're using because they're going to be running after you and you will be running because they're all going to be shooting you and chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the Division where they stick behind cover, they're
they're definitely more aggressive in this game. But I like I said, I really enjoy. World Tier are you playing?
So Yeah, like I think I am with that lower level character. I'm using 3, gold tier 3, but I'm trying to keep it. I was trying to keep it at 4 with my level 17. Okay, with my level 17, I've got more mods for my weapons, right? Better, higher tier, guns, right? That whether they be, the blues, um, something, they're just better guns overall, right? Where I've kind of got it settled.
We get the 2 mods or the 3 mods. Your
Yeah.
legendary will give you 3 mod slots.
Right. So I do have some legendaries but yeah, everything is like all, where I want it to be. And I'm usually running some kind of I really like the auto shotguns and I love those in Division 2. Those are the best. Yeah, but once in a while I'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna run like a sniper and a standard rifle or something and kind of take my time. I try to mix it up, and then sometimes use the pistol. Man, but speaking of the Devastator class, I really enjoyed that today.
Yeah, that's the one I've been playing, and
Where
I played a little bit of the other one, but the Pyromancer. But yeah, the Devastator is my main class I've been playing.
that thing is seriously like I had 2 guys and I'm like my health was so low. And it was because it's almost like a teleport in a way because I was kind of far back, but then it let me choose the guy like up in front.
Oh,
Right?
we kind of break apart and you kind of fly up in the air.
Yeah,
And you're like these little floating rocks, and you kind of come down flying forward, and you slam on the ground.
you slam on the ground and you take him out, and then you might take the other guy who's going to take some damage if he's close by, or you only got to put a couple of bullets in him. I mean, there's all a whole strategy to it, and that's the part that's really fun.
Yeah, that was one of the abilities I've been using a lot. And the other one is a spike that comes up out of the ground and it impales people. That's a kind of a fun one. But yeah, against the boss, that stuff doesn't work. And if it's a flying enemy, that stuff doesn't work. So
Yeah,
they can be a real pain in the butt. And of course, you know what happened? The game loves me, right? So I get my first legendary by beating that boss, and they give me a shotgun that levitates people when you damage them. So then when I damage them, they kind of start floating, and I
nice.
can't use my abilities on them. So it kind of,
Oh, right, of
I almost
course.
feel like it's counterproductive sometimes because the shotgun only has, I think, 3 shots before I need to reload, and the whole clip or the whole amount of ammo I can have is only 60, I think. And so it does a lot of damage, but the people are just starting to float, and I can't use any abilities on them, and it kind of stuns them for a second. But it just, I wish I would have had something different, but that's why we keep playing.
Damn, I don't know. I mean, yeah, yeah. So far, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like for example, like the Devastator, I had that LB on that controller. You get that ground thing going, right? Well, same thing with the Pyromancer. LB is like, you can assign that ability. It sort of does the same similar thing, except with fire.
It's
But I still have yet to really switch things around with other characters.
something I like about the game is how much different the game is with different characters. My son, my oldest son, he wanted to play it on my PC, and so he came in and started playing yesterday. And he created the sniper class. I can't remember what class that is now. Um, but
A blue one.
he's just destroying stuff. And he gets to a boss. I'm like, oh, have fun with this. This fight's kind of a pain in the butt. And he just wipes right through it like no problem whatsoever. I'm like, are you kidding me? First try, he just like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy was pretty easy. It took like 10 shots and he was down. And I'm like, okay, it took me 20 minutes to kill that guy.
You're old Mayo, right? Come on.
Yeah, that's probably part of it, but yeah, his class, it's the one that has the machine gun turret. It's like a missile launcher and a machine gun turret all in one. You can hold down the button and it changes from turret to basically a Gatling gun. And then he has some sniper rifles where you can just one shot stuff and does a crazy amount of damage. And then his melee, he freezes enemies. So if people run up on him, he just hits them with a melee and it just freezes everybody so he can get back and just do massive damage when he shoots them.
Sweet.
I mean, he's probably like a glass cannon. I don't think he has a whole lot of health or armor, but I think that character is just so much different the way it plays and stuff. And it's neat how the game can do that to make it fresh with the different kind of classes that you pick.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Jesus needs this game. This would be a good Jesus game.
I think no, he was more of a. He tried that Division game, and he's like, "This is like Division, probably right, Jesus."
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. But
Yeah. Fuck that game.
it's a fun shooter, man. Moving on, guys. Hitman 3.
Oh.
I did get this. Got this a couple weeks ago. Jesus, you know what this is?
Well,
It's. What do I say about this every year? It's fucking Hitman. You know what they added? More maps. That's it, and it's awesome. I spent a lot of time in that penthouse mission because it's huge.
mm-hmm.
You can get lost in the penthouse.
Is that the one where you're in Dubai?
Yeah. Is that the name of that country? Yeah, where you're out, you skydive in, you land on top of the building. Yeah. First mission, pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I went through a couple times, and died trying everything, and and I'd listen for intel. I'd go in and disguise myself as whoever the fuck it is, right? Another security guard, a bodyguard, or as what's the guy's name? They always call him. I forgot what Diane calls him on there, but basically another kind of hitman, right?
Mm.
And just trying different ways of like, okay, how am I going to kill each character and with what? But some of the funnier ones was where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go in and do it the way I want to. I'm going to be a penthouse guard or a penthouse worker, make it to the top of the building. And I go in and there's in that mission, there's like two guys you need to kill, right? And the one guy, he kind of stays in the penthouse most of the time where the other guy never goes up to the penthouse. But that guy, the old guy. And so he's in his penthouse, he's having a drink, and he's making like an audio memo on his phone. He's sitting at one of the desks, right? And his guards are like just on the other side of this, like this little, whatever you want to call it. And I pick up like this stone statue, and I can clearly tell it's like, okay, well, that's one of the objectives, right? And I walk over and I'm trying to hit him in the head with the thing, to kill him, but it's not letting me. But then I think one of the maids is like, hey, what are you doing with that thing, in your hand? Like, I'm trying to kill this guy, but it's not letting me. Finally, I think because he was sitting down or from the angle. Yeah, but I just got murdered as soon as I did that. Trying to run out, trying to hide in the kitchen. I went back up Jesus, and I was like, this time I'm going to be the chef, and I'm going to poison his food. Boom, done. Completed. Skydive off the roof.
Nice.
Or no, I still had to kill the second guy. But man, I had a ton of fun. I must have spent probably 3 hours in the penthouse mission.
Ooh.
Just trying different ways of eliminating both enemies.
That's dope. Yeah, that game is really good. I tried it on the PlayStation 5, actually. I downloaded the free version of it, like the free demo level.
On any platform. Free. You usually get the first two free.
And actually, I was surprised to see that the level that I played was a level that I played before on the first game that came out, but it was a completely different target, like a completely different setup. Like there was a concert going on the level, and there was this mayor in town that was there for like some kind of re-election, but somebody wanted him dead because he's like a mobster or something. So somebody paid to kill him, and your job is to kill him, right there, while he's in town. So yeah, what was really interesting about the PlayStation 5 was that the trigger, it does have like adaptive trigger support and shit for your pistol and your gun, and that was really off-putting. I couldn't I couldn't tell if my shit was not working or what the fuck. Like I was trying to shoot this guy in the head, and like my shit was not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to the adaptive. I think I'm not used to them. But it was really weird, like trying to pull the trigger because I couldn't. I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" It's totally made me miss my shots, and like fucking everyone was alerted. I had guards chasing me. It was bad. It was all bad. It was like, what? The hell?
Gunny. I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna start hearing this summer is Jesus is gonna be playing Call of Duty, and he'd be like, he's gonna be yelling over there. I can't shoot my gun. It's not working. He's gonna be giving all the excuses over there.
shots. It's not working.
Pinpoint's gonna get Call of Duty, and they'll be shooting him and killing him, and he's gonna be like, ha ha ha, and Jesus is going, it's my controller. I swear, it's my controller. I can't squeeze the trigger.
Whatever.
It's the adaptive controllers. I blame them. Get used to it, Jesus. All right, you got to adapt.
Yeah, next gen, Jesus. You were excited for that next gen, remember?
I was.
You sound like you're over it already.
No. It's still cool. It's still cool. I just need to experience some more, I guess.
You still got some good racing games left to play and all kinds of stuff. What's coming up with that PlayStation 5? What was that mission, Mayo? We were talking about it before we recorded. The mansion mission?
Yes.
I know, Jesus, you talked about this one.
Oh, yeah.
I played it out a little bit differently, try to explore the whole map, and I questioned everyone about the murder. The one thing that kind of like threw me off was why I needed to kill the lady immediately. That was like, what did I miss? Like, why do I need to go murder her? But I guess you have to murder somebody in Hitman, right? You just have to. It's
your target. You don't. The thing about the Hitman games is you never have to murder them right away, but you do have to murder them.
You know what I ended up doing was I think I just ended up kicking her in the grave and then burying her, putting the dirt right on top. Yeah. Grab a shovel, dig a hole, or whatever. The hole's already dug, right? You can just, make it look like an accident. And that's what I did. Since she was going to stage her, she was shady as fuck anyway, right? So I just did her a favor.
Yeah. Good job, Gunny.
Yeah. I was like, contract complete. That was a fun one. I want to say that, was there a mission before that? And it was like totally something, it could have been forgettable. Yeah. I just wanted to go back to the penthouse, play more of that one. But okay, so backing up, guys, before when I first downloaded this, I know that one of the things that it does is it knows, like, if you own, for example, on Xbox, the first and the second Hitman, it should recognize that, right? So it's going to download this huge file of like 120 gigs or something. It makes it look like a Call of Duty Warzone file or something. So I did end up going back and deleting out my other two games that were on my hard drive. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but it kept saying, like, you're not online, on the, in the game itself. I don't know why the fuck this game has to be on a line, but because it wouldn't let me go from any game saves. That was the weirdest thing for me. I was like, come on, like, if I already want to go to a certain point of the game, like if you fail the mission, it normally saves the game for you. But if you're not online, it doesn't let you. And I'm not talking about being on Xbox Live or anything. It was like some kind of a game thing. I don't know. It's a little, that part was a little broken. So I deleted the other two files for Hitman 1 and 2 and then had to re-download Hitman 3. I don't know. Kind of pissed me off, but now it's rare that I will get those disconnects. It'll just keep saying I'm offline, but it has been saving my game. So if I do fail a mission, I can go back, 5 minutes or, in a point where I'm not redoing an entire section of a contract or something.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. The last game I played here today, guys, was really, really important here, Jesus. Truck Racing Championship, free Xbox Live Gold game. Now, I'm a trucker and I'm a racer, right? So I made it to the Super Pole, Jesus, the Super Pole, POLE, because I'm a badass.
What the fuck is the Super Pole?
I don't know, man. This game, who was it? Was it Jonathan Hall or was it somebody on Discord had to remind me to play this game? It's a weird, I don't know. So when I started up, I thought, okay, it's going to be this cheap, cheesy.
I got information for you, Gunny. Got information for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna tell you what the Super Pole is.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until I saw it in this game. I think in pole position. I don't know.
Hold on, let me. What the fuck's going on here? Hold on, I'm trying to
I haven't
find that.
watched truck racing in years.
No, no. Where's this information? I just literally just had it and it just disappeared. What the fuck? It's like this article opened up a completely different article.
But while you're looking that up, this is I'm actually currently kind of playing it right now. I'm in the championship. I've started me a new career. But Jesus, before you start your career, before you start racing against other truck racers, okay?
What are you racing? Semi trucks?
Yeah, these are semi trucks, no trailers. You're just racing the trucks.
Oh.
So before that, the first thing you have to do is get a license, okay? So in order to get a license, you have to go complete these challenges, which I think they were trying to say is more of a tutorial. But they're short. They're things like go through a slalom of like, let's say there's a few barriers you have to get around on the track. It might maybe last 30 seconds, okay? And you can either get bronze, silver, or gold star, whatever the hell it is. I don't know if you have to. I think you have to complete these things in order to get. You have to get at least a bronze before you get a license. So, but one of the annoying things is there's like 15 of these things. Literally, there's like I was like, okay. I tried to go back after completing a couple, and I was like, no, we're not going to let you. You're not good enough. Go back and finish them all. Somewhere in there. Complete.
I get old school PlayStation Gran Turismo vibes from that. Remember the old when you get the driver's license?
Yes.
Qualify for the different classes.
Remember that game was on PlayStation 1? I really enjoyed it. Was Driver. I think it had something similar. That was a great game, but man, it was tough. But that was some good grinding stuff back then. And so okay, you can do the 15 challenges. You get in. Then it starts talking about contracts and and you do more practice sessions. I'm like, okay, so you're practicing to do these different tracks, right? Before you move on to the actual like racing of, let's say against other AI trucks. This is all single player I'm talking about. So one of the cool things I really enjoy about this is that when you're coming around a corner or, you really have to hit the brakes. So your brakes get hot. What do you have to do? You have to put water on the brakes by pressing B on the controller.
How do you put water on the brakes if you're driving or you're racing?
So what you do is, now this is something I remember from actual, racing from years ago. I'm not seeing it on TV, of course. So left trigger is obviously your gas and right is your whatever, right? Brake, gas, and then B. So if let's say you're really holding down that brake, right? You got to be really tapping down the B button to keep your temperature down.
So it's like a hydraulic type kind of thing.
Yeah. So it was a little tough during the challenges because you're kind of looking at where your truck is and not have to look at what the temperature of your brakes are, right? To kind of keep it regulated, because you can't have it too low because then the brakes don't really work. And if it gets too high, your brakes are not going to work. So it's just one other thing you got to manage in the game, and it's not that bad. I thought it would be like, fuck this, right? But it's actually not bad. I feel like it's an added challenge for me to, keep an eye on it. So I've been doing really good so far at keeping my brakes like from overheating. Something I've actually never had to do before. So pretty cool stuff. Visually, game looks okay. Looks fine. It's nothing. It's not super stunning or anything. Probably looks good on PC, but running on the Xbox Series S, it looks good. It's cool. So yeah, it took me actually a while to get to my first actual race with other vehicles. But I've made it to the super pole, whatever it is. There I am. I'm going to continue to play this game. It's cool. I'll probably do some co-op or multiplayer with Jonathan Hall. I know he was asking me today. Play some of that. But that's all I've been playing. Nice. What about you?
Oh yeah, I mean we kind of hit it. I mean pretty much 90% of my week was Outriders. I picked it up earlier in the week, and I just been grinding through it. I'm not nearly as far as Bill. Like Bill's been posting in the Discord some great pictures of some of the gear he's been finding and some great gear, and my son also. So something cool about Outriders on Steam is it does Steam share. So I know like Nips, who uses my account and stuff like that, have access to Outriders on my PC, on my Steam. My son has been playing it too, so it seems to be when I'm not on, he's playing on his Steam on his computer, and we've been kind of just both grinding through that game, and I'm really enjoying it. Um, there's quite a bit of people in the community. I know there's Leahy and my friend Repentless. He's in the community, but he's a coworker. And then I know you, Gunny, and you were saying how Ryan and who else did you say you were playing with? You were playing with Ryan and
yeah, and then that was earlier in the week, and Leahy and
and Nico is another one that owns it. So there's a little bit of a base. So if somebody out there wants to pick this game up and play with us, we're probably gonna be on and playing, and it's kind of neat because you can just kind of, once we can get paired up, like a higher level can come join and help you out, or you can jump in their level if you want to work with them for a little while. But it does work, and it's just a fun game. It's just that it can get hectic and it can get crazy. Like I said earlier, the game does a good job of keeping you moving. The graphics are really good. I find the story interesting. I talked about last week too, where you can change the cutscenes to 120 frames, so everything seems kind of good. I didn't still notice that where it would cut out some of the sentences on the cutscenes when I was playing multiplayer, but when I play single player, it doesn't do it at all. So it's something to do with the multiplayer. But I don't know if they're just trying to maybe keep each other's cutscene in sync, maybe. So like if we're watching a cutscene and I'm seeing it, and whoever I'm playing with is seeing one on their own screen, maybe they're trying to get them lined up so they stay the same. Maybe.
You're playing with us hobo console people, right? We got to be able to see it too.
Yeah, well, I don't have crossplay enabled, but because they were having the problems with it, so I kind of waited. But maybe I'll just turn that on. We can play with some of you guys. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's I don't know how many hours I sunk into it. Like I said, my oldest son started playing it also, and he's playing it off my account. So when I'm not playing, it seems like he has me asked to leave my Steam open so he can come in and play it. So my hours aren't correct. So I'm playing through my character. I think I'm a level 20-ish. 22 is where I'm at actually. And then he just started playing. I think he's level 12 already in a couple of days. But yeah, just grinding through that game. And the story, I'm to the point where I've finished the forest area stuff. Have you bought any of that stuff? Where you're in this tropical forest kind of thing. A lot of insects and animals on the ground.
I want to say that was when I played with Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that's where he's at.
Yeah, there's a fight in there where you kind of fight this tribe, and there's a doctor in there, and
yeah. That was one of the missions we did where we were. Who was I playing with? No, it was Ryan and who, I guess it was Bill Gardner. And so because we went in there, to get the doctor back or whatever, he got kidnapped. Yeah, but for some reason, of course, I was a low level, so I couldn't. I was taking like any kind of damage; it was killing me. So then they tried it by themselves.
You were playing on theirs or whatever, and so it was kind of.
So it was kind of weird because after I think we had a few disconnects, and the other bug that we do get, I think, on Xbox was where let's say everybody eliminated it, and then immediately you come back, right? You come back, you start at like a starting area, but then I'll be invisible, or I can only do abilities but no guns, right?
I haven't had that problem really. The only time I've seen invisible, like how when you go to your camp and you have different people you can talk to, I've had them not load in. So you see their name and there's nobody there, but you can go up and hit E to interact on the computer, and you can talk to the person, but they're just not even there.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I've had.
So kind of weird. And then once we all like disconnected from each other or whatever, or went on to do our own thing, and then it was like, boom, I finished the mission. It was like, yeah, crap, they need to fix that. Even on, just Xbox, or I'm sure it's the same on PlayStation and yeah, just network stuff.
And I kind of stopped the campaign where I was at. So I did that section you were just talking about. So I finished that up, and we went to I think it's like an ancient ruins or something.
Oh yeah, I did that too. That was cool.
I have not done that yet. I stopped right there, and then I went back actually to some of the older levels. I started doing some of the bounties. So I started doing the hunts and the bounties. So like hunting different people down and killing those and fighting some mini bosses there, and that's where I had stopped. And that was this morning. But another game I only played it for just oh my gosh, I only maybe did 3 or 4 levels because I wanted to check it out because it just looked interesting to me. It's a game on the Game Pass. It is a new one. It's Rain on Your Parade. And I don't know why. I just felt like I was in the mood for something kind of goofy and whimsical, I guess you could call it. But so I downloaded it, installed it. I only played it for a couple minutes because I was getting ready to log off for the night, but I still wanted to check it out. And just the pretense is it's kind of goofy. You're a cloud, and you are going to rain, and you got to get so many people wet, and you have these little mini goals. So the game reminds me of something the Untitled Goose Game.
I was just thinking of that game. Yeah, you like those kind of games.
Something like that, except for obviously you're a cloud. And I played it on PC. And so all I had you do is use WSD to move and then hit spacebar to drop rain. And the first mission they give you, you're in a wedding, and your goal is to get the bride and the groom wet and all the congregation wet. And so the first time you drop rain on somebody, people just start scattering and they're running all over the map, and you're just trying to basically catch them with a cloud over them, hit the spacebar, and drop rain down on them. But you have a limited amount of rain, so you just basically have to aim. Okay, the rain's going to fall right here. Get this guy wet. Get that guy wet. 2 of that, and you complete the mission. I did a couple missions, and that was it. It was late, but I think I'm going to jump back into it. I think it'd be fun with the controller to kind of kicking back and just messing around. Maybe on the TV even. When I get my Xbox back, I'll play this more on the TV. Just the bright colors that it has, and
oh yeah,
it would really pop on that TV. The other thing that's kind of funny is you can draw your face that's on the cloud because it did have like it's like eyes and a mouth and stuff, but it'll let you draw with the mouse on the face of the cloud whatever you want to draw. So I drew my own little face on there, and then you can change the color of the cloud. You can make it red or blue or white or whatever. And so I see some customization there. And I think Bill said he played a little bit in the Facebook group, and he said there's references to Metal Gear and some other games. So some classic game references.
Maybe your daughter can draw something on there, right?
Yeah.
She's the artist.
Get all elaborate. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a busy girl right now though, so I don't know if she'll have time. She's getting ready to graduate this year. She's got a month left. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for me. It's been, like I said, 90 some percent Outriders, and again, I just enjoying every minute of it. It gives me that Division vibe, and I enjoyed the Division. I played that all the way until I maxed out the World Tier. I know we played it all together a little bit, and you guys I know Jesus trailed off, and then you and I, Gunny, we kind of stopped playing together for a while on it, and then I just kind of kept on going. And kind of soloed it all the way and beat the final campaign part of it and started doing that world tier stuff, and that's when the raid came out, and we never did get together and do the raid. And I never even tried after that. And then I pretty much dropped the game from there.
Yeah, it's like it's still installed, and it is one of those games I do go back to every so often. Mm-hmm. It might be every 2 weeks or whatever. I'll jump in. I'll go do a couple missions if I can, and that's it. Like then I'm done for like another 2 or 3 weeks. Like I'm on to the next thing. It'll just be one of those random games that I play. To kind of back up a little bit, I did progress a little bit in Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, nice.
I did unlock a trophy or two. Yeah, it's something I'm slowly getting through. So I'm getting there.
Yeah, I still
playing
need to
it.
pick that game up. The PlayStation Store had it on sale the other day, and I hesitated on buying it, and I don't know why. And now it's not on sale anymore, so I'll keep my eye open. I don't know if I'll just pick it up used, maybe even maybe give GameStop some money for once. But,
I think at this point, I would just buy a digital copy of it only because the next time I think it's going to be on sale, it's going to be at whatever price I paid for it, that $24 or whatever it was. Probably be the
Mhm.
same for but might be a while. We'll see how it goes after you're done with the Spider-Man.
Yeah, the PlayStation didn't really fire it up much this week. I played it some last week, before the show, and uh, I was playing The Last of Us the remake or the remaster. Was it remake or remaster? Which one is it? Remaster, right?
Remastered, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was playing that, and I kind of got away from it for a minute just because I got busy with Outriders, and I keep telling myself I need to jump back in there and fire it up before I lose interest. So that might probably happen tomorrow. I'll probably fire that up tomorrow and make some more progress in there. I ended where I was in the forest, just starting that part. Not sure how far into the game I am. A little ways, but yeah. And I mean that's pretty much all I've been playing. I'll try to get into that play this week. I know Jay enjoys hearing me talk about it. I'm still looking for a PlayStation. He did message me the one day, and I clicked on his link, Jesus, and it took me immediately to the PlayStation Store. And the pains of the PlayStation Store, like doing the queue thing. And I was at work, and it immediately put me in the store, and it let me add a PlayStation to my cart. And I'm like, oh, it's going to happen. I have one in my cart. And it told me to sign in. I signed in. Then it told me to put my address in. I put my address and everything in, and it said proceed to payment. I hit proceed to payment, and it took me to the queue. Like it put me in line. And so I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I'm like, okay, maybe this is a new method. Maybe they're trying to make sure I'm a real person, and these are all real people in line. And I'm gonna get my spot. But I had it in my cart, and it gives you okay, you'll be in line shortly. Then it gives you, it refreshes. It makes it a chime, and it tells you how long your wait is, and it makes a chime, and it's like your wait is over an hour. I'm like, are you kidding me?
What does that
And
mean? Yeah.
and then I let it go, and I had this on my phone, and I'm just keeping my phone awake, because the screen's kind of go dark, and I don't even want it to do that. So I'm like tapping my phone every couple minutes. I change my settings on my phone so it doesn't go dark anymore. My poor battery on my phone's dying, and I keep watching my on the PlayStation there, and it finally gives me a little chime and lets me in. And of course, right away it's sold out. Nothing's
Yeah.
in my cart. Nothing even happened. So I was back to square one again. I've looked. I've even been tempted now. Jesus, I looked on Facebook here, and there's 3 of them that are in my area, and they're all actually opened and used, and there's 750.
God,
Jesus.
open and
And
used for $750.
yeah, and
Yeah.
there is a couple that will ship, but you look at them right away. It says, "Oh, we'll ship it to you, and we're going to charge you $500 for the whole system." I'm like, "Yeah, this is a scam," and all the
Yeah.
comments on there, "Scam, scam, scam! Don't buy it," Or you'll see
Right.
one there'll be a PlayStation 5, disc version with 2 controllers for $550. We will ship,
Yeah.
I'm like, right, yeah, let me jump right on that. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't want to buy a used one for 750. I just don't want to pull that trigger.
Yeah. I feel you, man.
Yeah. And it seems to have gotten kind of quiet here lately. You used to, Jay was sending me a bunch of links from Twitter and stuff, and it seems to have gotten real quiet on those links. I did get 1 or 2 this week.
Yeah.
That's it.
One of the things I think that, we had talked about, that ship in the Suez Canal, and then, ships backing up in the, different ports and stuff because everybody's ordering off Amazon,
Hmm.
right, with their stimulus monies. So I'm sure it's the same, across
But yeah,
America, whatever, with hopefully everybody's bought everything they can buy now, right, from China.
right.
So, yeah, we can
Hopefully
get more.
everybody has their stimulus money all spent so we can
can,
get some PlayStations out there.
Yeah, we need
But
to pack more stuff on those Walmart boats, get them
That's
over
it
here.
That's it for me, Jesus.
Awesome. Well, I believe Gunny has to take off.
Yeah, it's late. My kid needs to go to bed. Good night, guys. Go find me, guys, over on Xbox and Steam and Uplay and Discord. GunnyChief. One word. Add me on, guys. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.
All right. See you, Gunny.
Bye, Gunny. Anyways, it's news time. Let's get into some news, ladies and gentlemen. Some video game news real quick. Let's talk about some Amazon news. Amazon, as you all know, has been getting into the world of video games, and sometimes they don't do so well. Well,
have they had any good games yet?
I don't know. What's that one game they released and then they shut down right away?
Wasn't the shooter?
Yeah, it was a shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was it called?
Crucible?
Crucible. Was it Crucible? Crucible was Ubisoft, wasn't it?
I don't know now. I don't remember.
Crucible game. Oh, no, you're right. It was by Amazon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways. That game was shut down. But apparently this one is canceled. So Amazon has apparently canceled the Lord of the Rings MMORPG, which was first announced back in 2019. It says here Amazon had been developing the game with Alayo Technologies Holdings Ltd., a Chinese studio that Tencent Holdings purchased back in December. It says here that purchase caused a contract negotiation dispute between Amazon and Tencent. And Amazon spokesperson confirmed that they were unable to reach an agreement with Tencent, which led to the game's cancellation. So
Tencent's trying to buy Amazon.
Pretty much. Amazon Game Studios employees who had been working on the project will now move to other projects. This cancellation is the latest increasing list of defeats for Amazon Game Studios. It says here, two of the studio's games, Breakaway and Crucible, have been canceled outright. And New World, the company's colonial MMO, has seen multiple delays and is currently set to release for spring. So there's that. It says here, according to this, also Amazon is currently working on a new TV series based on Lord of the Rings with a $1 billion 5-season commitment, making the show the most expensive show in the history of TV production.
Wow.
5 seasons, $1 billion. Can you imagine? Oh my God. It's a lot of fucking money.
That's a lot of money. I think Amazon's gonna give up in the game industry, I think.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think so too, well, to be honest. So to move on now. Speaking of Amazon, Twitch's bot crackdown cuts millions of followers from some of the site's top streamers. That's correct. Streamers like XQZ and Soda Poppin' lost between 2 to 3 million fake followers. Twitch's latest crackdown on bots, fake accounts that artificially inflate viewer accounts and followers, has led to some of the platform's biggest streamers losing millions of followers. Earlier this week, Twitch announced via Twitter that it was taking action against a supposed 7.5+ million accounts suspected of follow botting or view botting. The site did warn that some streamers may see, quote, sudden decreases in their numbers. Indeed, streamers who lost hundreds or thousands of followers seem relieved to finally have a more accurate number of viewers to work with. But a select few streamers lost a great deal more. Former OWL player, OWL player, which I don't know what the fuck that means, Felix XQC Lango, reportedly shed over 2.6 million followers when this was updated, leaving him with a mere 5.5 million followers. Chance Soda Poppin' Morris lost over 3.3 million followers this week. Says her blue-haired Fortnite streamer Ninja was comparatively unaffected, losing only about 200,000 followers. It's worth noting, though, for the most part, streamers seem to welcome this call. So there's that. People were complaining for months, saying that there was a lot of bots and people were using bots. So now this is a little bit more accurate. There's that. Let's move on out to more news. Nintendo news. Nintendo is suing Bowser over Switch hacks. That's right. Nintendo of America filed a lawsuit against Gary Bowser, a reported leader of hack creators Team Executor. Bowser and another Team Executor member, Max Lorne, were arrested and charged with 11 felony counts back in 2020. This new lawsuit alleges Bowser infringed on Nintendo's copyrights in creating and selling its hacks. The lawsuit, filed in a Seattle courtroom, is now looking to charge Bowser with 2 trafficking counts and 1 copyright violation. Nintendo described Bowser's operation as a, quote, international pirate ring that sells Nintendo Switch hacking devices designed to circumvent the company's security measures, which allowed buyers to run pirated Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo has previously filed multiple lawsuits against sellers of these hacking tools, including the SX Pro, SX Core, and SX Lite, 3 devices that are used to hack Nintendo Switches and Nintendo Switch Lites. According to this lawsuit, Bowser has been creating and selling these hacking devices since at least 2013, when he distributed a device designed to hack the Nintendo 3DS. Throughout this lawsuit, Nintendo documented a lengthy history of Bowser Switch hacks, as well as a breakdown on how the devices work. Says here, Nintendo has focused much of its legal efforts on resellers in the past, with multiple lawsuits filed over the past few years, one of which won the company a $2 million settlement. On Thursday, Nintendo won an injunction for a November lawsuit targeting an Amazon reseller. Previously, Nintendo has called Nintendo Switch hacking and piracy a serious, worsening international problem. In Friday's lawsuits, lawyers wrote that Bowser's wares continued to put more than 79 million Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite consoles at risk from piracy. So there's that. Team Executor operates as a for-profit company. They sell kits used to hack Nintendo devices, blah, blah, blah. Some video game preservationists argue that this video game piracy can be used to document and preserve video games, but Team Executor has always been controversial. So Nintendo is looking for damages $2,500 for each traffic device, as well as $150,000 for each copyright violation. And they also want them to shut down their operations for good. So that's a lot of money. If you think about it, if they sold like 70 million devices and they want $2,500 for each one, yeah, it's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. Let's do the math. 2,500. That's $197 billion. You're muted, man.
I gotta replace Gunny over here. Mute my mic. I was over here sneezing, actually. Oh yeah, we gotta mute him.
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, that's a lot of money.
These guys will never be able to pay that back, but they'll pay some of it back, hopefully, and we'll see what happens to them. I mean, they'll probably be in prison.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a lot of work to pay that money back. It says here, Days Gone director encourages fans to sign a petition for the sequel. The director of 2019's PlayStation 4's release, Days Gone, is encouraging fans to now sign a petition in the hopes of greenlighting a sequel for the PS5. Within the past week, a report emerged stating that developer Bend Studio had pitched Days Gone 2 to Sony back in 2019, but the project was turned down. However, this hasn't kept fans from trying to make the desire for a potential sequel heard. So, on social media, Jeff Ross, who formerly worked as a director at the Bend Studio before leaving in 2020, told fans to keep showing up in droves to sign a petition that was created last week. Ross said that he was surprised to see that the petition itself has become one of the most popular over the past few days. So, he was telling people to please jump on and help push that over the 25,000 signature mark. So there's that. I mean, who knows?
You're a big fan of Days Gone, want to see the sequel or whatever, get on there, find that petition and sign it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it just probably didn't make sense financially for them to make that at the time, or make a sequel at the time. They probably just thought this game didn't make enough money. had a lot of bad press when the game came out. I remember people were talking shit about it because it was like so buggy and stuff.
I remember that, yeah.
And so compared to their other main AAA games, Days Gone was kind of a bad one. If you compare it to like The Last of Us or Uncharted or God of War, you're like, fuck, the Days Gone was so bad, like so badly, like it wasn't even polished. It was a lot of bugs, a lot of popping, a lot of bullshit, a lot of, it was just bad acting. A lot of shit was bad with it, but people liked it, so I guess people want to.
I feel like this is probably a good move for them putting it on the PC then.
I think so, too.
Because it could get a lot of interest. It could, a lot of people on PC. I can't remember, how many pre-orders already have come out for it already, but, I feel that the PC community is going to want to play this game because it was one of those beloved Sony exclusives. So just because it's a Sony exclusive that they've talked about for a long time and PC players know about it, I have a feeling a lot of people are just going to pick this up without it, just instantly. I'm buying it no matter what. Kind of like Death Stranding. We talked last week. Death Stranding made 30 million on PC sales or something like that. So I bet Days Gone will surpass that.
Yeah.
And so maybe it was a good move. Maybe they'll make some good money off of it and decide to make a sequel. I don't know. But I feel like it was a smart move.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially the timing. If it would have been later, if they would have made like multiple PlayStation games come out on the PC, then it might not have been as exciting. But they're in a really good spot, I think, being the second game, besides, the third game, I guess, technically, because you had Horizon and then Death Stranding, and this would be the third one. So.
Yeah. Anyways. This article, I feel like I read this article every other month. The Xbox controller drift lawsuit is still continuing, but now has been taken out of the courtroom. That's right. A class action lawsuit alleging Microsoft sold faulty Xbox controllers has now moved to arbitration. So, law firm Chemicals, Schwartz, Kreiner, and Donaldson Smith, CSK&D, has confirmed that they're not in arbitration. This was filed in April of 2020, of course. We've been seeing a lot of people complaining about the drift issues. So, Microsoft issued statements in February calling for the case to be taken out of the courtroom by compelling arbitration in the hope of having an impartial adjudicator resolve the disputes. So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
I feel like this is just we see it on all the consoles. We see it on the PlayStation, or you hear about that, and you on the Switch, you hear about it in the Xbox. It's just, I don't know. What about you? Have you ever had any drift problems on your controllers? I don't really use that many, so I've never really had any problems. I have a couple that I use, and I have a new Series X controller, laying around, but I still have my One X controller that works absolutely fine.
Every so often, dude. I don't know, like I had drifting controllers, but that was on the 360 usually. Maybe on the Xbox One, but not recently.
But that's probably with a lot of use too, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot of.
Yeah.
That's what I always chalked it up as. If I ever had a controller that wasn't working right, I just chalked it up as just using it a lot. Some people put a lot of hours on that controller, and they take a lot of abuse. People drop them, and the analog sticks are getting hit when it gets dropped, or they take some abuse.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's just that, really. So on to some more news. The Oculus Quest 2 is now gaining official wireless support for PC VR.
Gunny news for Gunny there.
Airlink. That's right. So, the best thing about the Oculus Quest 2 is being able to play games untethered, flating about in a Beat Saber without worrying about tripping over a cable or yanking it out of your PC. This only works natively for games installed on the headset, however, and if you want to play PC VR games like Half-Life Alyx, you need to either plug in a USB cable or fork out $20 for a third-party solution like Virtual Desktop. But this is all about to change. With AirLink, a new feature announced in the latest Oculus blog post, part of the V28 software update rolling out this month. AirLink is a completely wireless way to play PC VR games on the Quest 2 using Wi-Fi. Says that you'll be able to opt into the experimental mode when the V28 update rolls out for you at a completely random time this month. And is the way, as usually is the way with Oculus, you'll be able to enable AirLink in the settings beta section of the Oculus program on your PC, and then the settings experimental section in your headset, in which you'll need to turn off to go back to a USB cable. As with the virtual desktop, for the best performance, you will need a top-of-the-line router, a wired connection from that PC to the router, and to be standing near the router while you play. We'll work to improve AirLink over time, Oculus says, including performance, visual quality, and the ability to run in less than ideal wireless scenarios. So, Oculus also announced native support for 120 Hz display refresh rate. And so, yeah. So, there's that. So you can turn on 120 Hz performance mode on your headset. They said they don't have any games that support that at the moment, but it's there if you want it. That's pretty cool, actually. So that's actually making the Quest 2 the best VR headset to own for PC.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
right?
I can't remember the specs of the Vive one.
I don't know. I don't know either, but this is really good. I mean, wireless connection. You don't need the wires. You don't need anything. It's all there.
Yeah. And I guess you probably wouldn't really notice the latency, the way the game control and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because if you're getting latency of it sending the video to your headset, you're just going to feel like you're there, and it's going to be like a little bit of a delay in time. You know, I don't think it's going to...
Yeah.
Unless you see, I don't think there would be... I guess it could be really bad if there was latency in the VR, like where you turned and then 30 seconds later the VR turned. But I don't think that would be the case. That'd be just too broken.
Anyways. Let's watch some more news here. Oh, that's all I have for news. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of a light week again.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really there. You know what I mean? In terms of news, there's nothing here. Besides Resident Evil, and we already kind of talked about that. You know, the demos are out, and then they're gone, and then they're out again, and they're gone, and then there's nothing else, really. So, with that being said, let's move on here to the console corner. Same games for the PS Plus, same games for the Xbox. Yeah. Gunny was playing Truck Racing Championship. Hardcore Uprising is a 2D side-scroller. And the Epic Store, Deponia, The Complete Journey is available now, as well as Ken Forlett's The Pillars of the Earth, and another game called The First Tree. Apparently these are the free games for the Epic Store. For PlayStation Plus, you got Days Gone, Zombie Number 4, same Oddworld, Soulstorm for the PS5. So there's that. That being said, that's it for the console corner. Let's move on out to community questions, Mayo. Community questions, let's go.
All right. Oh, you know, our first question over here is from our good old friend Jay. Jay, the 11220 over here. He says, how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? And show your work.
Oh, man, I don't know. Wasn't there like a commercial about this or something?
Yeah. Remember the old owl?
Yeah, the old owl who would sit there.
Cartoon type character?
Yeah.
Google is our friend, Jesus. Show the work. Type in, show Google.
I guess.
I don't think neither one of us have a Tootsie Pop handy. So we'll have Google show work. What does Google say?
10.
10? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's plenty, probably. Jesus, Dirty Bite, he wants to know. He's like, would you rather bang your sister, your mother, or your wife, mother-in-law? What kind of question is that, huh? There's no win there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like, I don't know not answer this question.
Yeah, I'd rather stay single.
Yeah, I'd rather not answer this question.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing any of that.
Okay.
Normie wants to know. I think she's asked this one before, Jesus. Normie wants to know. She says, "Are using game forums cheating?" I say no.
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 Okay.
Darren Hilton. He says for the drinkers. He says if you guys drink while game, or when you drink in game, what's your choice? I like Miller Lite and some Monster and vodka.
Okay. I like ciders, man. I like ciders. I like IPAs. I like beer. So, whatever I go to the store and buy that day, I'm like, I'm drinking this.
Yeah, nice. I myself, I usually kick back with like a Corona. Usually get like a Corona Premier.
No.
Maybe some of the pre-made Jose Cuervo strawberry margarita mix.
Okay.
Kick back every once in a while, put that on some ice, and kick back and game with some of that. Jesus, Andrew Dex or Zek. How do you guys pronounce that?
Jack.
Jack.
I don't know.
He says, "Have you run out of gas in Days Gone?" He says, "I have. I thought I would be okay because my return trip was all downhill towards the gas station, and you have to push your bike downhill."
That sucks. No, I haven't in the game. Actually, yeah, you do have to push your bike. You legit have to, like, if you run out of fucking fuel, you have to push your bike to the nearest gas station or gas can. It sucks. If you get like if you lose gas in the middle of like some dumbass fucking area and then there's a bunch of zombies, oh man, it's the worst.
It sounds like
It's
it would
the
be
worst. The zombies come chasing you and you're like, fuck, I can't move any faster than this fucking walking speed because I'm pushing this bike. And next thing you know, you're like swarmed and it's like, oh fuck, now you're fighting a bunch of zombies. It's the worst, dude. It's the fucking worst. God.
That sounds bad.
Yeah.
Brian Tulip Jr. He says, "Do you blame the shitty game of the year last season for the crappy couple of years since?"
No, that's Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones. I thought he was going to say Game. Yeah, I guess it is GOT. When I'm just jumping to conclusions over here.
For the crappy couple of years since. Yeah, you know what? We could blame it on the stupid ass crappy season of Game of Thrones. That was the end of it. I mean, that whole show was good, dude. And then it gets to literally the last season, and it's like they rush so much. They like it's like all these years of lore building and shit,
of planning and planning
like
and planning.
All this like crazy, elaborate fucking story going on for years. And then the last season is like, okay, we're just gonna wrap this all up in like the last fucking season. Like, this is what happened here. This is this. This is that. This is this. Boom, we're done. It's like, what the fuck? I was pissed. I know a lot of people were pissed because it was just sloppy. Is what it felt like. It felt like they just didn't give a fuck in the end. You know what I mean? Like,
I have watched a little bit of this on HBO Max, and my oldest son started watching it, so I started watching it with. And I watched a little bit of maybe say like the first 2 seasons, but I could see how it gets all drawn out. And then, like you said, if they just rushed it at the end, all of a sudden they're just solving everything in like one episode. You know, yeah. He also wants to know, Jesus, if you could rename your co-host and give them a new gamer tag, what would it be?
The Pepper.
Oh, the Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Your salt.
Is that Gunny's?
Your salt, Gunny's Pepper.
Oh wow, we're Salt and Pepper over there, huh?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
You're white and he's gray. I don't know.
all that making fun of me on Facebook and stuff. All these little Mayo pictures on there. That's what you're gonna come up with, huh?
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Mayo. You see that angry male making noises?
Yes. I actually saved that picture. Somebody told me to make that my logo, my tag logo, whatever.
Angry male noises or something like that. That's what it said. I don't know where the fuck I saw that. I saw it like on some random post. Somebody posted it. It was like, I'm stealing this. I was like, I'm stealing this and I'm using it for Mayo.
It was funny. I was kind of surprised to see it. Now, I thought you drew it on there. Honestly, I thought that was like a Jesus drawing. You maybe did like you had like an image and you just added a drawing too on top of it and screenshot it or something.
No, I did. I just found that on the internet. Someone else thought of that on the internet. Thankfully, someone thought of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I would give you, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rename Jesus. We'd have to have Jesus still in your name.
Yeah.
We got to keep that.
Speaking of that, when I made that Gaijin account to play Enlisted, someone already has Jesus Walks Lot on that
You kidding?
service. No kidding.
Really?
Yeah. I typed in Jesus Walks Out as a username and said, this username is already taken. I was like, what? How?
Uninstall.
I was like, how the fuck is this? What? I was like, what the fuck is, like, it legit said this username is already being used. It's in use. I was like, did I make an account with these guys earlier? Have I used them before?
Right.
I was like, maybe I have.
In my life, like I've done that before when I log in and I try to do the Mayo and I'm like, I must have made an account with him at one point in time. I don't remember.
Maybe.
This game's too new. I mean, unless you signed up for it a long time ago.
Like World of Tanks or something? Because it's the same kind of publisher. So maybe the name carries over. I don't know, man. It was just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just what happened. Anyways.
Yeah, Jesus, I don't know what I would call you off the top of my head. If I think of something, I'll throw it in there here, Dan. Cool. But Adam Whaley, he says, if you could pick embarrassing tattoos for the guys, what would you pick? Keep in mind that they have to be visible daily.
Okay, for Gunny. For Gunny, right? It's gonna be like on his lower back, right? Like on his lower back, like a Xbox controller. Yeah, like an Xbox controller, and there's like Xbox on the side or something. Like it's gonna say like Xbox, like in the background. Like maybe an XB on one side of the controller and OX on the other side. So like it looks really awkward, and people are like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" So every time Gunny's like delivering alcohol and shit, right? He's like bending over to lift up these boxes. He has to wear a shirt that like lifts up just barely enough so you can just see the tattoo. And people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? What the hell's wrong with this guy? What the fuck does he have this fucking tattoo on his lower back with the fucking Xbox controller?" It'll be like a heart too, like like the OX will be like instead of an O, it'll be like a kind of like a heart and then the X. So it'll be like XB and then like the controller and then like a heart and then the X. And that'll be Gunny's lower back tattoo that he has to have because he loves Xbox so much. Yeah, then every time he delivers alcohol, he'll just show it off to people.
Yeah, the general public get to see it all the time, right?
Every time he bends over. Like I said, he has to wear like those really tight shirts so they're like lift up just enough when he bends over, like just enough to see the tattoo. And he's like, "Oh, my bad." And he puts it back down when he stands up. And for you, Mel, for you.
Oh, see, I need a tattoo now. What's my tattoo going to be, Jesus?
Yours is going to be a super embarrassing, like the Steam logo. You know, like the Steam logo? Mm-hmm. You know, that, whatever the fuck that thing is. It's going to be like the Steam logo, but that arm is going to be like in your whole arm. So it'll be like that Steam logo arm, but it's going to cover like your whole arm. And I'm not talking like the inside of your arm. I'm talking like the outside visible part of your arm. Okay?
Yeah.
And then, what else are we going to put on you? You're going to put like, I love Gabe on your forearm.
Lord Gabe or something.
I love Gabe. No, just I love Gabe. People can be, who the fuck is Gabe?
Right.
I love Gabe.
Hey,
on
leave
your phone.
Sir Gabe out of this.
Okay, and then yeah, that's gonna be your tattoo, like a big steam arm on your arm where people can
That's
see.
actually kind of a cool idea. I actually kind of like that idea.
Like the steam arm on your arm.
No, like like how it looks the circle part of the Steam logo,
Yeah.
like on top of the shoulder, and it's down the side of my arm.
It goes down your arm, and it goes down.
And people wouldn't have been really actually recognize it without knowing what it is. It could be like a hidden video game tattoo.
What is that tattoo?
Understand without explaining
Are
it.
you a robot? Are you supposed to be some kind of robot?
Right, it looks like a robot arm.
And it's like, no, bro, like it's the fucking Steam logo, man. Check it out. I love Gabe. You know.
And then during Halloween, I could just get some blue body paint myself blue to be around it, and they're like, "Look, I'm a Steam logo."
There you go. You're the fucking Steam logo. You paint your arm blue and then just leave it. And then,
Yeah, just tattoo it blue. Like the whole arm blue.
Yeah.
It's permanent.
See, that would be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to give me?
Oh, Jesus, for you. I just kind of thought of this. Jesus likes to return things, I know.
Oh,
right?
shit. Okay.
I mean, he likes to sell consoles after he has them. He likes to return games he doesn't like. I think we're just going to start off with like a little bar, like a barcode bar, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just going to be a progressing tattoo. So every time you return a game or a console, you're going to get another bar. And you're just going to start like on a leg or an arm and just going to keep working up until you eventually look like a zebra.
Oh, my God.
Eventually, you're just going to run out of space.
Just like a bunch of bars.
Yeah, you'd be like, it's like you look like your arm will look like a crosswalk, or like a barcode at some point in time because
you have so many returns.
And you'll be, for every return that you've had a
Damn.
That's a lot of tattoos. Unless you don't return anything anymore. That'd be my luck.
Like I just stopped selling things and returning, like never return anything again. Like, yeah, with some now Mayo. Who wins?
Right. Ew, and Gunny, I don't know. It has to be Xbox related, Maybe the old school Xbox logo, like the old first gen Xbox, like I had that big circle.
Okay.
And just like dead center of his chest, like Iron Man. And then he has to walk around shirtless like that.
I want to have Gunny shave his head and put like a big ass Xbox X on his head.
Yeah, that would work too.
On the back of his head, like not the back of, like the top of his head.
Right, yeah, like
not even like on the back, just the top, like a random X on the top of his head.
So when he looks down and looks at his paperwork with his bifocals, he can see the top of his head.
Like a big old fucking X. People are like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Fucking weirdo.
What kind of gang symbol is that?
And it's not just like a black and white X. It's like a fucking green, lime green, Xbox green. Fucking X on the top of his head, like a fucking green one, dude. It's not like a black and white one, man. We're talking like a fucking lime green Xbox X on the top of his
Monster energy drink green, kind of
puke green, nasty shit looking green. Yeah, that's what we're going to put on his fucking head, and the tramp stamp. We're doing it all.
Yeah, he's gonna be looking pretty sweet over there.
All Xboxed out. Yeah.
Oh, what else we got over here? Jason Lyon, he wants to know, he says, which will be here first, GTA 6 or Left 4 Dead 3?
Left 4 Dead.
Really?
GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA 6, I think. I mean, that's at least been announced, right?
Yeah, sort of. They're working on something.
I mean, Left 4 Dead, that's what's been wanted.
It's either going to be GTA 6 or GTA Online for the new consoles.
Yeah.
Oh,
at this
man.
rate, they might have GTA 7 before Left 4 Dead 3 comes out. Steam just does not like making them.
Back 4 Blood might push them a little bit, but then even then they might They might be like, nah, fuck it, we're going to just whatever.
Jonathan Big D Hall Jesus. He says, what's the better life advantage between unlimited free grocery bags or not having to pump your own gas?
Not having to pump your own gas.
Really?
Because grocery bags are just 5 cents. I mean, we pay 10 cents for every like soda can and shit already, right?
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, we do. So like every time you go to the store and you buy like a 12-pack of soda, like
Do you have like a deposit?
yeah,
Or
so it
like the
says
old school.
yeah, say it's like $3. Well, then you have to pay 10 cents for each can that's in the box. So there's 12 cans. That's $1.20 extra. So you actually pay $4.20. Oh, $4.20. I said $4.20.
We don't do that here in Ohio.
Yeah, but then we can actually go return the cans if you want to. You can actually like take them back to the store and put them into this machine that crushes them, and then it counts it or whatever. And then once you do so many, it has like a limit, like 250 cans or something's the limit. And like it's like, okay, no more, motherfucker. Then it prints out a receipt.
You're sitting there for like 4 hours feeding cans into it.
Yeah,
Jesus is like, this is my drinking weekend.
Yeah, so then it spits out a receipt, and then you take it inside, and you're like, I want my $10 or whatever the fuck you got back from it.
I want my 30 cents back.
So you were out there for 3 hours. You only put in 3 cans. Yes, I rejected all the other ones. They were all fucked up. But no, yeah. So like, yeah, we do that here. We like return cans and shit. We like you return.
I don't
return your can.
know if they've ever done that here. I remember as a kid seeing the old glass bottles that had the deposits on them, but I never experienced having to mess
return
with
it?
that. Yeah, like nothing like that was ever done. So I don't think so. You know, I know within the last 30 years we don't.
Yeah, Oregon is a 10-cent state. I believe Michigan is a 10-cent state. I think Michigan was the first one to become a 10-cent state, and then Oregon followed suit like a couple years later. Like, for some reason, people voted it in. Like, oh, we're going to raise our shit to 10. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Maybe just try to encourage recycling, probably.
Some dumb shit, right? But then they were still end up paying for it, so it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's like you're getting your money back. You know, it's kind of dumb. But hey, some homeless people, like, go around trash cans, taking cans out of bags. Yeah, and like, hey, give me your cans or whatever. So there's that. So I would say, personally, free pumping gas. I mean, fuck the grocery bags. Also, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, fucking, it just sucks, dude. Because, like, the grocery bags also, Mayo, it's not just the law that they banned grocery bags. They banned plastic bags. So, like, they'll still give you a 5-cent bag, but it's a paper bag. So have you ever tried to carry a 2-liter soda in a paper bag?
Yes. This is funny because back in my youth,
back in the day.
young Mayo, back in the 90s, back in 95, I graduated in 95. So I want to say, like, I started working in a grocery store as a carryout. So this is a small mom and pop grocery store. You know, a small town of 1,000 people. And I worked in there, and we basically carried out the groceries for all people when they would come in. So they had like a couple bags of groceries, or it was an elderly person or something like that. We would bag them up, and we'd put them in a cart, and we'd push the cart out to their car, and we'd load their car for them and go back in. And everything was paper. Absolutely everything. So all 2 liters of milk and all that stuff. So, I mean, we did paper. And then they went away from paper. They said, oh, we need to go to plastic. It's way better, you know.
Well, that's what happened in Oregon, right? Oregon, back in the day, everything was paper. Then they went to plastic because they were killing too many trees to make the paper bags. But now they're like, well, plastic is bad because it doesn't biodegrade. So we're switching back to paper, but now we're charging you for the paper.
Right.
So that doesn't really make any much sense. Yeah. But
I think of the same thing. What do you think, Jesus? Let's get back on this car subject. Electric cars. So we all go electric. Say everybody goes electric. What's that going to do to the price of our electricity? I mean, isn't it just going to skyrocket?
Yes. The problem is that it's not just going to skyrocket, but like, you know how there's a shortage right now of like, in the world, there's a shortage of silica. Like you cannot, like the stuff we use to make our computer parts and like our chips and stuff, like the stuff we use to make anything that's technology, there's a shortage of it in the world. And there's also a shortage that's starting to come out of gold. Like gold it's a commodity that we use for in our electronics, on everything, iPhones, computer chips, anything. And there's also a shortage of that. So recent years, Apple and like Google and shit, all these companies, Samsung and all these companies that make like millions of phones every year, they're trying to like recycle their. That's why they're doing this big push about recycling, like recycle your phone, because they're trying to take the gold and shit out of your old iPhone and reuse it to make new ones or whatever. So there's going to be a shortage of that. So I think if everyone moves to technology, like say like we move, everything goes to like electric. It's not just that we're not going to have enough stuff to make everything that's electric. It's going to skyrocket the price of electricity. But at the same time, batteries are going to be the problem. Because batteries only last so long.
Right, and like what we can do with them when we're done.
Exactly. Cars. Yeah, exactly. You look at a pack of batteries, like from a hybrid, like they usually last anywhere from take a Chevy hybrid or like a Prius or some fucking shit, right? Or like a Ford hybrid or whatever. And it's like half of it is battery powered or whatever with those batteries. They usually have to be replaced within 10 years of its life cycle. The first 10 years of its life, they have to be replaced. And they're one of the most expensive things that you have to replace on a hybrid car. They usually cost anywhere between $6,000 to $7,000 to replace a pack of batteries, dude. And that's just the battery. That's just how much they're going to cost you. Now, to pay somebody to actually replace them, that's another cost in and of itself. But the actual pack itself is like $6,000. So now imagine like everyone switches to electric. We all driving these fancy electric cars. Unless they're fucking solar power or something where they don't need a battery, which you can't do at night because you need batteries for the nighttime. You know, like there's going to be a lot of problems there, you know? Like it's just going to be I see a lot of issues.
That's just going to run into our cost of living.
Yeah.
We'll have electric heat, electric, our TVs and all that stuff. It's going to drive our cost of living at home. Even if you don't drive, it's going to drive that cost of living up.
And not just that, but the reason right now electricity is the way it is just because of our infrastructure, right? But think about it. Say you want to put more power through that infrastructure. You want to push more kilowatts through whatever to power all these cars and charging stations and shit everywhere. Well, the power companies they're gonna use the excuse of, well, we have to upgrade the power grid. So because we're upgrading the power grid, now we're going to charge you even more. So that's going to be their excuse. Their first excuse is going to be that. And then they're just going to keep doing it, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, oh, well, now there's going to be a surcharge for, you charge your car during peak hours. So because you charge your car during these peak hours, now we're charging you an extra so many cents per hour or whatever.
They'll start talking to the phone carriers. Yeah. And they'll have preferred times or preferred.
Exactly, yeah. Like if you charge
charge during this time and you get better charge during that time.
If you charge your car during the daytime, if you charge your car from 10 to 11, you save money by doing that instead of charging it overnight. You know what I mean? Dumb shit like that. There's going to be things like that, and I don't like it personally. I think it's kind of dumb, but I think that eventually a lot of it's going to be electric. Like I think by the end of my lifetime, most people will be driving electric cars, and I think a lot of it will be like those automated self-driving vehicles, or they'll have some kind of autopilot on them. But I still think that combustible engines will exist. I still think there's going to be companies out there making combustible like engine cars. And I think they're going to be the rich. Those are going to be the fucking rich people fancy cars. Those are going to be like, hey, look at me. I'm a rich person. I can afford to drive this fucking...
I can burn gas.
Yeah, I can afford to drive this fucking Ferrari or whatever that actually uses real fucking gas. You know what I mean? That costs me $30 a gallon or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I could afford to do this, motherfucker. You can't. You're a fucking hobo. Go sit in your stupid Mach-E version 50.
Yeah. Then you got all the gas stations. What are you gonna do? You know, if you say we did eliminate gas whatsoever, look how many gas stations you can have tanks underground of gas. You know,
well, you use it up, man. You use it up for other shit.
Yeah, I mean, you use it up, but you got all that. You know, like how many gas stations would you have to tear down and this and that? There's a lot.
You wouldn't necessarily tear them down. You could convert them to charging stations.
Yeah, but would you go to like a corner and charge your car?
You're gonna have to
do it while you're shopping. I could see like pulling into a Kroger or say like a Fred Meyer's in your case. You would plug your car in while you're at the store, but would you be going as you'd be going along and saying you're at a stoplight, going, "Okay, I'm gonna go over here and just park my car and charge it for 40 minutes."
I think you're gonna have to. I think a lot of people will. See, this is where I'm talking about like how like where the money structure and the pricing structure is going to come into play, where power companies are going to tell you, look, you can save money by not having this charging thing in your home. You charge the car at a charging station. You don't have to pay this extra fee for having this charger in your house, Mayo. Mm-hmm. Okay? But now it's on you to figure out when the fuck you're gonna charge your car, and it's gonna have to be in a public place, in a public setting, and you have to figure out how you're gonna do that. And there's probably gonna be like some fast charging stations or whatever where you're gonna pull in and be like, okay, I want to charge my car for 30 minutes. Okay, so you go in and you charge your car for 30 minutes. There might be some food or something there or whatever. But that's gonna be like most people are gonna have to do that, because I think like I'm telling you. It's going to be a surcharge or something, because I know this is what they're going to do. They're going to figure out a way to fuck over the poor people, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to be like, you want a charger in your home? Well, guess what, Mayo? Your apartment complex doesn't allow you to install a charger. So the people that live in apartments have to fucking go and use the charging stations because they don't own the apartment, so they cannot install a charger at their apartment. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they have to go to these charging stations.
I've been wondering, there is a couple of Teslas here where I'm at, and I wondered how they do it. They must just have garages here and they plug them in.
Something.
I know there's a couple that sit outside. I never see them plugged in, so I don't know where they do this. But
they're going to the charging station.
Evidently, yeah.
I was just saying, like it's going to be something like that, where it's always going to be something where like the people that have more money can have the convenience of doing something. The people that have less money will not have that convenience. What I'm saying is it's going to suck for all the gas attendants. That's a lot of jobs being lost, unless they have, like, specialists in charging cars. Car charging specialists. Sir, I need you to fill her up, please. Go ahead and fill her up. All right, you got it.
Why do I feel like it's going to be partnered with Apple? I don't know why. I just see them wearing an Apple logo or something.
Yeah, like an app, yeah, something like that, or like some kind of logo, like, hey, pay via your fucking...
I just see them leading the way in something like that.
Yeah.
Like their special charging technology that they use to the past 30 years,
Yeah, some super fast technology to charge super fast.
That's the thing, too, is what different stations have different charging rates. So if you go to the Apple station, that you can charge your car in 3 minutes, where if you have to go to the hobo... whatever Fred Meyer station, it takes an hour.
Yeah. This hobo station over here takes you 30 minutes. The Apple station takes 2 minutes. You charge your car for 2 minutes, and then it's ready to go for 10 hours or whatever the fuck. It's gonna happen, dude. It's just the future we're headed towards, Mayo. It sucks, but it's. Yeah. I feel like that's where we're headed. Because even like, I feel like most of these oil companies and shit now, like, they're not gonna be around forever. Like. They have to pivot their businesses to do something else, Mm-hmm. And sure, there's always going to be the need for like jet fuel and shit, but eventually someone's going to figure out the electric airplane engine or whatever the fuck, or like the electric everything, electric everything. It's going to just happen, And there's going to be those crazy people that put like solar power shit on top of their car, like fucking solar panels and shit all over it. I don't need no fucking charger. Then the government isn't going to track my charging habits.
Right.
I have my rights.
I work with a guy like that he says he swears he's going to stay off the grid his whole entire life as he has a cell phone. And I'm like laughing at him. Like, you are not off the grid,
dude,
my friend.
You're connected directly to the grid, motherfucker. You got your personal FBI operator on the other side of that phone.
I mean, he has like one of those old flip phones of it, but it's still a digital, like it still has a digital screen on it. I'm like, you are on the grid. That thing is online. You have a Google account. Yeah, but just one last question, Jesus. Adam again wants to know. He says, "What's the difference between plastic straws wrapped in paper versus paper straws wrapped in plastic?" Do they wrap paper straws in plastic?
No.
Every time I get a paper straw, I've never seen what it comes in.
No,
I think it just comes in bulk and it's in a container. Like,
So, I mean, I've used a paper straw before, and they come just wrapped in paper.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's like a cardboard almost. For like it's like you know what? Fucking paper straws are the worst.
Yeah,
They're
there's
like
a taco
disgusting.
place I go to when my margaritas come in a paper straw.
God, it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, really, like, fuck the turtles. I don't care about the turtles, dude. Okay. Or whatever the fuck they're trying to say. What are they trying to like? I think the turtles are eating the straws or something.
I don't know.
I thought the turtles were eating the straws and putting them in their nose or something. Or something like that. I saw a video about a turtle with the straw stuck in its nose or something. But that's like in Oregon, they banned plastic straws or whatever. Like, and then they didn't really ban them. What they did is now you have to ask for them. Like you still get them, but now you have to ask for them. It's like, well, what's the point then? And then some places just give you paper straws. Here you go, here's this paper straw.
Yeah, that's the place I go to. They just all their stuff with paper straws.
Fucking trashy ass paper straw that gets all soggy and shit after like
It feels all
10
dry
minutes.
in your
Yeah.
mouth, like on your lips.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Give me some oil-based, plastic, earth-killing, global warming
Jesus, you're
inducing
one of those
plastic
bendy,
straws.
twisty straws that twist around 8 times and changes colors.
It has my name.
I can see it.
It has my name on it. It says Jesus when I drink.
That's right. It spells your name. Changes from pink to blue.
All right. God damn it. Give me my fucking plastic straws, you motherfucker, you. I'm tired of all this fucking earth-saving shit, all right? We're all going to die anyways, Mel. The earth is going to kill us all. We might as well just kill it first.
Gee.
Okay.
That's one way to look at it, I guess.
The earth is going to kill us all. We might as well kill it first. All right, Mel. You want to know a fact, Mayo? Okay? You want to know a big
I love
fact?
those facts, Jesus.
All right, you know how the Ice Age began? You know how it began?
Huh.
All right, so way before, right? Before, let's go back in time. We're time
back.
traveling. We're back in before the Ice Age. We're looking down on Earth.
What's Gunny doing over here?
Gunny's like a little kid right now.
He's crawling up to us now.
Gunny's a baby at this stage. He was alive back then, okay? Anyways, we're looking down on Earth. There's a bunch of shit running around, weird-looking animals. Had the big mammoths and shit, fucking huge fucking tigers and weird-looking zebras and shit, all right? I don't know what the hell that thing is over there. I think there's a megalodon over there somewhere chilling in the ocean. All right, guess what, Mayo? The ground starts shaking and fucking an eruption happens. Boom, big, huge volcano blows up. Huge volcano. Okay. So big, so fucking big, Mayo. This volcano is the biggest volcano on the planet. It erupts, okay? It covers the earth in ash. Like, the entire fucking planet, pretty much, in ash, right? Like, tons of ash.
Yes.
Huge volcano. Covers everything in ash. So there's no sunlight coming through, right? This is when the Ice Age began, Mayo. Mm-hmm. Okay. That shit covered the earth for, like, years. Like, fucking years. And this is what created the Ice Age. And then, you know, the people that were alive back then, the Neanderthals, and then the other people, like the human, I don't know what the fuck. There was the Neanderthals, and there was some other type of people, like cavemen or whatever. You know, they were not all the same people, man, okay? Okay? Listen here now, man. They were not all the same. Okay? Almost all of them died. Like, legit. Almost all of them died. Because first, a lot of them died because of the volcano, of course. The ash and all that shit made their crops stop growing. A lot of them were fighting with each other.
The cold, right?
And then the cold.
It's cold enough to freeze everything. It's going to kill everybody.
So in the Ice Age, of course, killed a bunch of wildlife. Killed a lot of wildlife. And then it killed a lot of those people. So what they started doing, Mayo, is, you know, these people, they all started inbreeding and shit. Like, legit. Some analysts predict that, like, in those days, Mayo, there was 1,000 people left alive on the planet. The entire fucking planet. 1,000 people left alive. Mm-hmm. We are descendants of those 1,000 people, Mayo. Motherfucker, you. Okay? Me, you, and everyone that's listening to the show right now, like, what the fuck, Jesus? Are you high? Okay? Listen, Mayo. That's why our genetics, like human DNA, that's why like each of our DNA is very similar. Like 99% of human DNA is compatible. Like we're all share the same, like 99%. If you take like my DNA and your DNA, Mayo, most of our DNA is the same. Like genetically, we're pretty much the same. It's just a few. It's that last 1% that makes us like different. It's what makes your skin white and mine brown. My hair black and your hair blonde or whatever the fuck you color your hair is. I don't know what color your hair is. Anyway, you know, and like that's what gives us our characteristics, that 1%. So like these Neanderthals, you know how they killed themselves? Well, by inbreeding. These motherfuckers were inbred so much that their defects started coming out more than like the other humans that were inbreeding with each other or whatever. So they ended up dying off, dude. That's a fun fact for you for the day.
Fun fact for the day.
Not even kidding. Not even kidding. That's how they died. Like, because you know they say that if you're inbred, right? Whatever, if you inbreed with like your family or whatever, that your genetics. The reason that you know it's not okay to do that is mostly because genetics. Because if you have a bad trait and the person you're breeding with has a bad trait, and you both have that same bad trait, and you guys are from the same bloodline, chances are your kid is going to have that bad trait multiplied. You know what I mean? So that's why that's how these Neanderthals killed themselves. Fucking inbreeding. And because of the fucking Ice Age. And because of fucking volcanoes. And my whole point of this story is who erupted the volcano? Planet Earth. Who gave a fuck? Who did not give a fuck about the humans that were alive back then and decided to blow up the entire planet? Mother Nature, she fucked us over. She almost killed us off. And thanks to a bunch of people that were inbreeding, we're still alive today, Mayo. Okay? That could happen again. Back. Okay, Mayo? That could happen again. At any fucking time, that volcano under Yellowstone National Park or whatever can blow up and erupt. And you know what, Mayo? Me and you are probably dead. Most of North America is dead. They predicted that if that huge mega volcano underneath whatever the Yellowstone National Park, they predicted that volcano erupts, that like legit like 90% of the American population would be dead within like 3 days. That's how bad the ash would be, because it would kill you. So, my whole point of this story is, fuck Mother Nature, fuck the stupid fucking turtles, give me plastic straws, let me drive my car and gas, and fuck your battery Tesla bullshit car, electric car that looks like an SUV. Fuck you, Ford. And yeah, that's all I'm saying.
This sounds like a good game idea, Jesus.
What?
We gotta fight Mother Nature. You gotta like destroy the planet.
Yeah, you destroy the planet. That sounds like a fucking great game idea, doesn't it? And at the end of the game, you just launch yourself into space and watch the planet blow up, and then you die in space.
And the game is trying to counter. Like, as you cut down trees, more grow.
Is it trying to like fuck with you and shit like this?
Yeah,
like, it fucks with you in different ways. Like, oh, okay, you're gonna cut down all these trees. Well, I'm gonna make this happen because you cut down all the trees. Then it messes you up some other way. Oh,
you get in your car and you can drive around and try and cause global warming with the O2 or the carbon dioxide, and then you can heat up the planet, and then the planet turns around and fights back. And
you know what's one of the largest contributors to CO2 in our country, Mayo? Guess. It's not cars.
I don't know, humans. I don't know.
Cows, Mayo. Cows, those motherfuckers. Cows are one of the largest fucking CO2 contributors to the planet, in America.
I can tell you're an animal person, aren't you, Jesus?
I fuck animals.
You love the turtles. You love the cows.
Fuck the cows. I'm here to kill all the cows. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can kill the cows. They do make good hamburgers.
Okay. Cows fart so much. Cows fart so much, they create global warming. You know, like right now I'm going on a rant about all this shit, but it's the truth, motherfucker, okay? Like, better listeners are like, wow, Jesus knows his shit. Yeah, Google this shit, motherfucker. Okay? Cows create global warming. May not create all of it, but it creates a lot of it. and we kill them, and then we eat them, and then we survive. You know?
So eat more hamburgers.
Eat hamburgers, eat beef. Don't, what do you call it? Don't buy electric cars. Fuck that shit. Say no to the man. Keep buying your gas-powered vehicles. Don't ride your bicycle to work. Fuck that shit. What are you? Some kind of fucking bicyclist? Hobo?
Yeah. Are you 5?
Yeah, are you 5? Riding your fucking bicycle to work? Come on.
Drive a diesel. Come on.
Yeah. America. Fuck yeah. America. Fuck yeah. Like, it's only right? America creates so much pollution that we're the ones that are going to die first when that fucking volcano erupts. We're going to fucking be so dead, man.
Yeah, Mother Nature's going to eliminate us first.
Yeah, so dead, man. We're so fucking dead, dude. Like that.
You know, the West Coast is going to be dead first. I think we're a little more environmentally friendly.
No.
We have fields and stuff. You guys just have all that smog and cities, and I know you don't. I guess Gunny's the first one to go.
Yeah, that volcano, dude. It's So who knows? Yeah. So there's that. I mean, I'm just saying that volcano is it. I mean,
that's some deep thinking there. Good idea for a game.
Kill the fucking planets. I'm gonna make a game called Kill the Fucking Planet. Just like think about it. That could be so. It could be a cool game, right? People would be so like, oh, I could already see the articles on Kotaku like, these guys want to kill the planet. Oh no! Don't play this game. I already see the fucking Jason Schreier articles on fucking Bloomberg. This guy says that the Earth volcano blew up and killed all the humans. He's wrong. Here's 10 facts why the volcano did not blow up 10 billion years ago or whatever the fuck. All right, man.
And then Mother Nature isn't trying to kill us.
You think about it, Mel. How many civilizations have risen and fallen in the history of the world that we know of? Just that we know of. Not that we don't know of.
Right.
Right? All those motherfuckers thought they had it figured out. I bet you the Romans were probably super hippie, fucking earth-loving motherfuckers that were like, oh, we're one with the earth. We're not going to invent cars because we love planet Earth so much. We're never going to invent airplanes and spaceships and electric cars. We love the Earth.
It was swords. They didn't want to make wood swords. Yeah. They just, they went from iron swords to making wood swords.
Yeah, we love the Earth, man. We don't want to make no cars. We don't want to make electricity. We don't want to make none of that. We're so Earth-friendly. And then what happened to those motherfuckers? They're all dead now. They're all gone. We got fucking history books about those motherfuckers. They ain't around anymore, man, okay? All right, look at them. So, just saying, you end up like the Romans, okay? You go ahead and fucking be one with the earth. I can tell you, those guys were super environmentally friendly, so were all the other fucking historical fucking dead civilizations in the world. All right? They were all super earth friendly, and now they're all gone. Because why, Male? Had they not been earth friendly, they might still fucking be here because they would have figured out a fucking way to survive. Okay? We got the damn internet, Male. We figured this shit out.
Yeah, we do. We have the internet nowadays.
We have the fucking internet. We're going to figure this shit out.
We got communication. We got Facebook. That's all we need.
All right? Motherfucking earth starts shaking and shit. Shit's about to erupt. We'll fucking know, man, okay? America. Fuck yeah. America number one. America's always ready.
One way or another.
Yeah, anyways, I wish Gunny was still here. Gunny would be like, fuck yeah, America, fuck yeah. See, Gunny's doing his part. They're burning the forest every year. They're fighting they're fighting the forest.
They're so proactive. They're already fighting Mother Nature down there.
Yeah, they're fucking burning the forest every fucking year in California. They don't give a fuck. They know what Mother Nature's about. They're freaking, fuck you, Mother Nature. We'll burn you down first.
Then to stop it, they dump more chemicals on top of it.
And then they build more houses around where they just burn down.
Cut weed more trees down and then build some more houses.
We burned this whole side of this mountain down. How about we just build houses here now?
Put some parking lots over there.
That's where Gunny's moving in. See, Gunny is so proactive. He's fucking buying one of those houses, man.
Yeah. You and I saw where he cut down those trees. He says he trimmed them, but
fucking trimmed them. The fucking tree's gone, dude.
there's like a couple stubs. That's it.
Legit. Like he like
that was like the aggression coming through. He's like, that's not trimming. Like when we trim a tree in Ohio, there's like branches left.
God, he fucking trimmed the tree. There's like the fucking the main part of the tree, and there's nothing left. The fucking tree is gone.
It reminds me of the tree from Poltergeist.
Yeah, exactly. Like the tree's just fucking gone. It's like, what the fuck?
His boy Kyle's gonna have nightmares. You can look out his window at night. He's gonna see the tree, like from Poltergeist. Basically, it just grew with just stumps, and it's just out there.
Damn, yeah, that's Gunny. Gunny's doing his part to save the human race.
He is. Good job, Gunny.
Good job, Gunny. You're proactive. You stay in that pole position. Anyways,
you know who's not working well with us? Those Canadians.
Oh, fucking Canadians. I'm going to drink my Timmies and fucking shovel snow. Come on, man. Like, goddamn Canadians. Get with it, dude. You need to fucking drive more big trucks. Okay, drive the big trucks. Cut down more trees. Cut down more trees. Use all the plastic bags. And use all the straws.
Hey, they do drink milk in a bag yet in spots, right? See?
They're using that plastic.
Drink more milk, guys.
Drink more milk. Yeah. Anyways, I bet our listeners are like, what the fuck are these guys on about? How high are they? They've been going on for like 30 minutes about the most global warming shit ever. This is not your typical video game podcast, guys. We're sorry. We're not the Kotakus that you're looking for. We're not the Kotaku.
But we are coming up with a good game.
Fucking great game. We're going to call it Eruption Destruction. Dun, dun, dun. Human Eruption Destruction. Oh, yeah. I bet you a game like this would have been super popular like in the year 2000. When no one gave a shit about global warming, like Al Gore was all talking about it, but no one gave a fuck. No one listened to that fucking guy. And it was like, dude, he was like, oh, remember when he was like, oh, all the ice is going to melt by 2010. You're going to have no more ice caps and we're all going to be underwater. Remember that? Now look at us, fucking Al Gore. What's up now, motherfucker? You lied to us.
Well, I always thought that was weird because I remember hearing this explained to me. I take a cup of water, right? Fill all the way to the top with it. Mm-hmm. Right? All the way to the very top. Okay. Let that ice melt. Does that water spill out of the cup? No, because the density of the ice as it melts turns into liquid. It doesn't make that cup overflow, right?
Wait, so you fill up a cup with ice?
Yeah, so take a cup and put ice in it, right? Put water in it, all the way to the very, very, very top. Okay? And then let the ice melt. Does that cup overflow?
Yeah.
It does?
It should. Doesn't it? I don't know. How does this work? Is it science? What's going on?
Because the thickness of the ice, the buoyancy of the ice, it pushes the water up. So as the ice melts, because it's a solid.
Oh, so it's just melting into the water?
The main level, right?
Are you fucking using science right now, man? What's going on? What's going on? Are we becoming scientists on the show live?
I think we are. Is this Go try it, guys. Let us know. Let us know. Do an experiment.
Jonathan Hall, I need you to fill up a cup of ice.
Yes. The biggest D can go out there and go fill a cup of ice.
A cup of water all the way to the top, put ice in it, and then let the ice melt and tell us if it overflows.
Probably just blew his mind. He's probably right now going.
He's probably
holy cow.
Thinking about how high he is right now, just fucking doing this experiment in his house. His wife is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "No, come here." He's like trying to show her. She's like, "What the fuck are you? It's a cup of water. What are you telling me?" Oh no, look, it's not overflowing. I put all the ice in there and I put all the water like they told me. It's not overflowing. He's probably tripping the fuck out. Yeah, good job. Leahy's up in Canada. Probably can't even fucking melt the ice. It's all fucking frozen up there. Can't even melt it. He's like, oh, hey, mate. Hey. Oh, no, he doesn't say mate. He says sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry, eh? Oh, sorry. And shout out to our UK listeners. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Leahy. Shout out to all our Patreons. Shout out to you, Mayo. I'm out of here. I'm Jesus Walks Out. Find me on everything except for Enlisted Jesus Walks a Lot. And listen, if you find a Jesus Walks a Lot on there,
or if you are Jesus Walks a Lot,
fuck you. But you're an imposter, you asshole. Who stole my name? Who the fuck would steal my name? Wow. It had to be somebody that listens to the podcast or somebody that ran into my name at some point. And I was like, I like that name. I'm going to steal it. Oh. I'm going to be the fucking
Probably.
Jesus Walks a Lot. Anyways. Where can we find you, Mayo?
You're gonna find me, still on that PlayStation Plus now. That PlayStation stuff going on. The Mayo 01. I did see Vaderholic sent me a request the other day. I gotta accept that real quick on there yet. But my son logged on to watch some HBO Max on it, and I saw it pop up, but I didn't have my controller in my hand. So, but besides that, you can find me on Steam and Discord as the Mayo. You can find me on Xbox as the Mayo. You're gonna see me playing. According to Discord, I'm playing Fortnite an awfully lot because my daughter's staying up late at night playing Fortnite. with her boyfriend, I guess, but everybody thinks I'm playing Fortnite in the middle of the night, but definitely not me. But you just find me as the Mayo pretty much everywhere.
Cool.
That's it. And like I said, Gunny said where you could find him. It's just the GunnyChief
and everything. And make sure, remember, guys, Mother Nature is out to kill you. That's all I'm gonna say. She's out to kill you. You see a bear in the wild, you don't fucking say, oh, I'm gonna save the bear. I'm gonna save the bear, guys. No.
Yeah, go try to feed it, see what happens.
Yeah, go try to give the bear a paper straw so it doesn't put it in his nose. Here you go, bear. It's a paper straw for you so you don't put it in his nose.
I'm trying to help you.
Good luck. It's right here. Bye, everyone. Don't get eaten by a bear. Stay alive. Stay healthy. We love you. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of Horrible Gamers Podcast. Show number 3